Hey there, Ghost. Good to see you, man. How's it going? Hey, did you get Rematch? That's a new soccer game on Steam. Did you end up picking that up? I was watching a video about it just now. Or I was listening to a podcast where they were talking about it. Sweet, sweet vanilla ice cream. I'm gonna see if Rematch has... see if you have it. Yes, you do. Oh, you have it on your wish list. I see. I didn't because I am not in Spain. Ah, once you get back to Spain, you'll be able to get it. Hell yeah. Sweet, sweet vanilla ice cream, cream. Alright, I look forward to your review, my friends. Vanilla ice cream, cream. Beep, 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 beep. Ta-ta-ta-ta. I just realized I could probably post this on. I could probably shill on the Xbox subreddit as well because this is an Xbox Classic game. Sweet, sweet vanilla ice cream, cream. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, wow, that's awesome. That's really cool. You were able to come back to your childhood home? That's really neat. I've, tried to... I remember one of the first things me and Vaya did when we got together was I went on, like, a drive and tried to find all my old childhood homes. And I found most of them. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. I like the part of the song that goes beep 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 beep. Close by, filled to the brim with graffiti. Oh, graffiti. Is it a good graffiti? I mean, if it's like high quality graffiti, there's some kick-ass graffiti out there, not gonna lie. Oh, wow. Something about an old Polish house just strikes the right aesthetic nerves for me. But then again, like, urban decay in an Eastern European environment, to me, is just, like, pure aesthetic. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, cool. Grifty? Modern cave art. Ah, yes, that's pretty much what it is. Retaking a public location for the public. Beep 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 beep. I think as I learn more about the world, my list of locations I want to go to will definitely expand. However, that hasn't happened yet. Right now, it's... Well, I actually have a document all about it, where it's just different locations around the world I go. It's mostly in the US and Japan, but there's other places I want to go to that really haven't made the list. Hello, Mr. Blue. How are you? How is things? I'm gonna look something up real quick because I've been watching Godzilla movies, getting back into Godzilla, and I had my idea for a kaiju dating sim where basically all of the world's giant monsters have been trapped inside of like a dorm, and it's your job as a pilot of a mech that can communicate directly with them to try to find peace between them. And it's basically a giant monster dating sim. And all the characters have been kind of sexified and turned into personas. And you'd play as a scientist piloting a giant robot trying to romance the giant monsters. I want to go to, yeah, but they haven't gotten the list yet. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm dealing with Ghost. Right? No, for real, several of the monsters actually. That's just an idea I had. Sexy Godzilla dating sim. Mothra's cool. Yeah, because I was like thinking about like the moth persona. Like I just Google Mothra persona, and you're just like, yep, fluffy mommy moth GF. Yes. Hell yeah. I love Chrono Trigger music so much. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, I'm uploading a new video tomorrow. It's probably the creepiest video I've made. Those of you who are subscribers have already seen it, or you're able to already see it. So, yeah, looking forward to that. I'm also going to be playing Magic the Gathering tomorrow, and that I'm super excited for. And hopefully, I plan on having another movie night with Vay if she comes over tonight, but she may not. You never know. I'm treating it as an opportunity to get used to how people... Because, like, Vea meetups with her used to be guaranteed. Both because we lived together, but also because her entire schedule was built around me and her. And I guess what I want to try to do is use this situation of me going like, hey, you want to come over? And she's like, yeah, and then cancels later. I guess I need to try to start using that as a way to get used to friends canceling on me again. Because that's just par for the course when it comes to hanging out with adults in the adult world. This stream, 2 hours in. We're gonna take a break about halfway through, and then we're gonna watch Tatica. Yep. I was gonna do it the other day on the Fidel Monster stream, but it didn't go long enough. I ended up cutting that out early because I was tired and no one showed up, so I was just like, I would like to play this when I'm more wide awake and have people to talk to, so I decided to wrap it up early. I'm gonna try to avoid doing that from now on. I think these should mostly be about me enjoying whatever game I'm playing. Like, yeah, Botanica or Gattaca, you know? That's kind of what I immediately thought after saying it when I heard myself say it. I'm like, oh, that sounds kind of like Gattaca, like the, that really good movie. And one that may become true if genetic engineering becomes more of a thing. Yeah, no, for real, all the Deltarunes drowning out the Tatica spoilers. I got one spoiler in a form of a GIF, and it was less of a spoiler and more me just going, oh, okay. A thing that happens makes me understand why people suddenly love a character more. Because, like, being told that people love Jax even more now, and it's just like, yeah, the character... Like, putting Jax's design is like putting a big titty anime girl in your thing. It's like... It's just for a different demographic. Instead of it being for the straights, it's for the gays. Like, Jax is designed from the ground up to be a Tumblr sexy man, which immediately put me off of him when I first watched the show. However, they make him work. Yeah, when I first saw him, I was just like, ugh. Like, it just reeked of pandering. And then I'm like, no, wait, this is well written, this is well done. That's totally what they were going for. This is a built from the ground up Tumblr sexy man. But it's still a good show. Hell yeah. Well, with that song coming to an end, let's go ahead and roll right into the gameplay, shall we? Hello, everyone. How are we doing today? It is time for some Morrowind. Yippee! Yeah, I don't dislike Jax. It's just, it's like when you see, it's like when you're used to, it's basically trope sensitivity. Just certain character designs, you see them and you're just like, yep, that's exactly what they were going for. And if you're sensitive to it and you notice it, it's like it's a thing.
What can I do for you?
So during our last stream, we spent pretty much all of our money on crap we didn't need. And now it's like, all right, well, I now have an entire pharmacy's worth of potions, as well as pants that steal your soul. However, I'm broke. And I can't even afford to repair my own gear when it gets busted. I tried doing some off-screen grinding to try and level up my armor and stuff. It didn't go good because I didn't even have the necessary money to repair my gear once it broke. So for this stream, we are going to be walking everywhere to save money on transit. Yes. Hello, Adis FireEye.
What's the status on those egg poachers, Associate? Don't make me assign this to another person.
Yeah, so here's what's going on with the egg poachers.
You got both of them?
Yes.
Good. Here's your payment. 100 septims.
Nice.
And we've got some extra potions from a recent raid. Take these. They'll come in handy. Just tell me when you're ready for more orders.
How about right fucking now?
We have a contract from the Caldera Mining Company to kill 4 Telvanni agents responsible for trouble at the Caldera Mine.
Telvanni agents?
4 Telvanni agents are responsible for thefts and disappearances at the Caldera Ebony Mines.
Yes, you can.
Their names are Alinu Aralyn,
And you can also recharge them.
Nerothrin, Fathina Herothrin, and Alvaleg.
Alvaleg.
They're hiding in a cave in the hills north of Caldera Mine. When the 4 agents are dead, report back to me. Take care. It's very likely that one of them is on lookout posted outside the mines. The quickest way to Caldera is probably to have the guild guide at the Mages Guild transport you, but it is your choice.
I'll be walking. What can you tell me about the thefts and disappearances?
The Caldera Mining Company says they've learned a group of Telvanni agents are spying on the Caldera mine works. There have been a number of ebony thefts, missing guards, escaped slaves, and these Telvanni agents are responsible.
And this was at the Caldera Ebony Mines?
They're southwest of the town of Caldera, I believe. Check around when you're in Caldera. They'll give you better directions.
Right? Yeah. Totally blue. I honestly would have loved that surprise. It would have been a big moment, but yeah, sadly it was spoiled for me. What do you know about Alinu Aralyn?
She's been expelled from the Fighters Guild. She stole from her guild steward. She's stupid, but she can fight.
She's stupid.
She joined the Thieves Guild when we kicked her out, but she's nobody important. This Caldera mine trouble is not a Thieves Guild job.
It's not?
I told you, this Caldera mine trouble is not a Thieves Guild job. Yes, they are Thieves Guild. And if you belong to the Thieves Guild and you murder a Thieves Guild member, you get expelled. But it's only murder if
God, she is an openly sketchy bitch.
Report it, are you? And after all, I'm your Fighters Guild steward, and I'm giving you a job to do. Don't make me wonder about where your loyalties lie.
Yeah, sure thing. What can you tell me about Sathasha? Sathasa.
She's Thieves Guild, a local dark elf, no one important. And this Caldera mine trouble has nothing to do with the Thieves Guild.
What about Sathasa Nerothrin?
She's Thieves Guild, a local dark elf.
I just asked you about her already.
Important.
Sorry, Fothina
She's
Herothrin?
Thieves Guild, a local dark elf. She's known on Azura's coast. She could be trouble. But like I told you, this Caldera mine trouble
I forgot all the spoilers. That's a good thing. Well, we'll be watching it today. And what do you know about Alvaleg?
He's Thieves Guild.
They're all Thieves Guild. I got that.
Prefer to hire Nords and
something tells me this is a Thieves Guild job.
I know nothing about him. But this is not a Thieves Guild job, so he has no protection.
I'm gonna try and talk to them and get to the bottom of this, if they let me. But yeah, alright. In that case, we're heading to Caldera. I don't know where that is.
May I help you, Khajiit?
Khajiit. Oh, that's awesome. That sounds like a lot of fun. I tend not to do a lot of shipping fix, honestly. My, any sort of, like, romance in my fics are either implied in a very top-down sense, or it's more just sex. I write a lot about sex, but, like when there's like romance within my 40k lore, you know, but it's very much like these two had a relationship that bloomed quickly, like it was described by someone who wasn't exactly there. All right, we got Mirandus, Nchulefting, Caldera. Caldera is north of here. I can just follow the north road to get to Caldera then. And once we get there, oh, it's really cool that you did it though. That's really cool. The good news is I have nearly maxed out my athletics, so getting here is not going to be hard at all. It's going to be quick and easy. Only trouble is going to be the monsters we see along the way, but most monsters can't even damage us because of how leveled we are at this point. So, shouldn't be an issue. Alright, we got Rubrish. Alright, so Caldera, Pelagiad. I'll just follow the road signs. That'll get me to where I need to be. I lack the confidence to make something like that. Even though I've experienced romance in my life, I could, and I probably could, I don't know, I lack the confidence to do that, or the interest, really. The way I like to write my stories typically are, specifically for what they're for, I like to write monologues, I like to write letters, and I like to write observations or like reports. Like everything about all my 40k lore that I wrote for the Heron 12th and the Lucky Crusade fleet is all like from the perspective of a single person, writing a report or writing in their journal about what happened. I love writing journals too. False journals are really fun to write. Because I found, like, the natural implication that leads to great writing. I'm not going to say I'm a great writer, but I think every writer, no matter who they are, can tap into something great every now and again, no matter their skill level. What decides between a good writer and a bad writer is the awareness of that and the ability to actively tap into that something awesome. Basically just learning your limitations in a way, and trying to grow beyond them if possible. But no, I find that the natural implication and implying, not telling, comes so much more naturally when it comes to writing letters and journal entries. Yes, it's really fun when you figure out how to do it naturally. And it's something that I haven't quite figured out yet. I try to do it with D&D. Like, whenever I'm writing in D&D, what I like to do is thoroughly explain things. I write, like when I'm writing a description of something, I'll, like, thoroughly write it all out, being super intricate and detailed, and then I'll go through and I'll backspace all the unnecessary details, and then edit the text to flow together more naturally. Like, when that guy got shot in the head during our last session, I was going to explain, like, I went more into detail about, like, the way the skull looked when it flew apart, the sound it made, the appearance, how the mysterious elf pulled out the chair and sat down. But instead what I did is I cut all that out to have it be these flashes of violence that he saw. I felt like it would fit much better with the tone of the scene, rather than it being this intricately hyper-violent, detailed thing. It's just these little flashes of violence. It's like, we don't even hear it, like, you hear a sound, bits of brain and skull fly over the table, and then he sits down. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. Without having to say that's how they want, what they want, or how they feel, you can just say that. I'm reading this kids book right now on Audible, and I think children's books are fantastic because they're not dumbed down. Good children's writing is oftentimes just simpler. It's tighter, and good children's stories can be, like, fantastic. So I've been listening to Ella Enchanted, which was turned into a movie that I loved as a kid. Now, the book's nothing like the movie, but the book is amazing. So good. Every little line dripping with so much implication. The example I give is when Ella's talking to her father. Her father is a very rich merchant, and she's been kind of out of contact with him. She was mainly closer with her mother, who had died very recently. And she said, all of the serving staff tell me my father is not a good man. He knows this himself, and is not ashamed of it. And she's just like, I want this from you. I want to go to this school so I can go make friends. And he goes, well, that's too bad because you're staying here. And she pushes again, and he goes, well, I'm adamant. You should know from the servants that I'm adamant, and I try to always get what I want. And she goes, you will... then she goes, basically says, I'm the same way, right? And then he says, wow, you're the only woman I'll let talk back to me like that. And it's a single little line in this children's book, but it tells you so much about who her father is as a person and how, like, truly despicable this man is. And he's not like a evil wizard or anything. He's just part of her life, just a man she has to grow up around. Somebody she's heard rumors and whispered secrets about from the serving staff, who she spends most of her time with. But it's just such a great way of handling it. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's art through adversity, I think is the term for it. Limitation breeding creativity. And that's why, like, people get so upset. Like, some art critics can get so upset when low-quality children's media gets popular. Because so many of us who are, like, really into art grew up on extremely high-quality kids media. Like, I would have never gotten into fantasy if I hadn't, like, watch the Harry Potter movies as a kid, or like watch the Hobbit cartoon as a child, you know? There's so many things I wouldn't have gotten into if I hadn't experienced the kiddie version of them first, you know? Like, I wouldn't have gotten into the Elder Scrolls if I hadn't played Zelda. Or Final Fantasy, you know? Not that those things are kiddie, it's more that they're more of an all-ages sort of thing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're like, basically they only have so much they can work with. They have limitations they have to follow. Like, well, I mean, that's why I love analog horror. The idea of, like, found footage being based around old technology, being a source of horror, works so well. Yeah, I think the game's starting to adjust to my level. Like, enemies are spawning way more frequently. Dusty Alet, alright. That's the other thing, too, is, like... You'll never guess what I'm playing. What are you playing? You're right, I will never guess. What are you playing? I refuse to guess. Like, media literacy is a problem, of course. People talk about it a lot. But I don't really know what that is. I think that comes down to just... I think we have a lot of people who are... I think most otaku, or most people who are, like, really into media, who are consumers, are, for lack of a better word, man-children. And that's not to be mean. I'm not trying to, you know, denigrate them or anything, but they are specifically adults who are really into media meant for children. Like, and then we've talked about that before, like, children's media can be fucking amazing. However, because of that, a lot of children's media tends to hand-feed you things, tends to give you information because they want you to understand the story, you know? Like, you watch, like, I'm trying to think of an example, but, like, a lot of children's stories will over-explain things to make sure that you understand. Anime is probably the biggest example of that in modern day. Like, most anime will explain. That's why characters are always talking about themselves and explaining what their powers are, because they want to make sure that the 10-year-old kid picking up the manga knows exactly what powers the stand user has, you know? I have not, BB. I really need to, though. Oh, you're playing Morrowind? Hell yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome, Raikon. Good to see you, Raikon. It's awesome it's great to see you, by the way, Raivon. Maybe next time I'll remember your name. Right. So I was told... Let's go ahead and ask the guards here. Hey, what do you know about the Caldera Ebony Mines, southwest of the village? If you're thinking of taking a look while you're here, head straight west from town, then swing around south into the bowl of the mine. Okay. North, south, east. Yep, so it's the left here. What are we doing on diseases right now? I got damp worm. Okay. Well, I am not an earbud. I am sorry, Raivon. I need to play Deliverance 2, though. I still need to play Deliverance 1. I still need to get the DLC for that game. Yeah. It's just, everything is so meticulously and overly explained, and so when you get something like when you get a show like Evangelion or Attack on Titan that is aimed at that same demographic, but doesn't explain things, people really tend to turn on it because they don't understand. Because they're being asked to think when otherwise they would have never had to. And that's not, like, I'm not saying it's a good, like, a bad thing or a good thing. I want to make that very clear. I'm not trying to talk down to people. I'm simply thinking about, like, why media literacy is so bad nowadays. Like, the ability to understand stories beyond the written text is so in such a rough state nowadays, especially online. Well, I mean, only online. I don't really talk to people outside of But I've spoken to so many people who have just completely misunderstood stories, and it's very frustrating at times. And like the amount of kids stories that want you to think are out there. They're almost. Didn't I hear about the riots and anarchy in the Cat Federation? No. We can figure out your power. Yeah, totally. But like, there's so much great media out there right now that doesn't explain shit. A good example would be Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's doesn't fucking explain anything. It plops you into the world, shows you images, and leaves it up to you to figure out the story. The problem is people don't do that. They don't figure out the story. They go and watch MatPat videos rather than thinking about things on their own. And I think that can be a good thing. Because I did the same thing with Dark Souls, right? But after playing Dark Souls 1, I was set. Once I learned what I was looking for and kind of figured out what I had to do, every Souls game I played since then, I was able to figure out myself. To the point where I would even disagree with old lore YouTubers I would follow, where I'm like, no, you came to the wrong conclusion. That's not what's happening there. Like, a good example of a game that I think has been completely misunderstood by the majority of its audience because of the very few dominant lore YouTubers is Bloodborne. Like, the nature of the Great Ones in Bloodborne is so fundamentally misunderstood that most people still see them as antagonists, when in reality they're victims as much as the city of Yharnam itself. My friend has a downright refuse to watch any anime that doesn't have a cool action scene every 5 minutes, and it pisses me off to an unreasonable extent. Yeah, he only talks about solo leveling now. Yeah, and I think that's where those kind of anime come from. Like, not the shit on solo leveling, I haven't watched it, but it's in a very unfortunate genre. Specifically the isekai genre is, like, it's built for those people. Like, it's the TikTok of anime genres. You need your dopamine fix. You need your hit every few seconds. Characters need to fight even though it makes no sense for them to fight. And like this weird fight fetishization that anime fans have. And to be fair, I love a good fight. But cool moves and characters doing cool things does not a good fight make. You need to think about what's going on in the background. Who are the characters? Why are they doing what they're doing? If you watch a fight scene from an anime you've never seen before, you cannot appreciate it on its own. You need to know what came before, and you need to know what comes after, and you need to know who the characters are and what they're doing. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You're the Cat Federation president, Mr. Shicklesworth, says the rioting is caused of the Dog Republic. Also, have you played Dwarf Fortress? Not yet. I got it wishlisted, though. Yes, I agree with you, Blue. 100%. Now, there's this weird fight fetishization going on with anime. It's been a thing for forever. It's probably comes from Dragon Ball power scaling. But, like, it's why whenever someone asks me, like, oh, do you think Katara could beat Superman in a fight? My question is, why would they fight? Like, why would these two characters be at odds with each other? You know what? Fuck it. Let's play a game. I mean, we're already playing a game, but let's test out my theory. Let's see how much. Let's take a look at the Death Battle playlist, and let's see how many of these fights actually make sense to have happened. They do try, and they do try, by the way. They do try to make them make sense. Let's go ahead and take a look at just the fights, new Death Battle. Good lord, there's 201 videos. This is going to take forever. We'll just do the must-watch Death Battles. Never could get into anime. Well, anime, as of now, is so... See, that's the thing. Trying to say anime as a single thing doesn't really work because nowadays there's such a huge diversity. You know, I'm not disrupting Morrowind gameplay for this. There's such a huge diversity in different kinds of animes and different kinds of anime that you just got to find the one you like. It's like just finding a TV show. There's no pressure to get into anime, but if you hear about a really cool story that just happens to be an anime, give it a chance. You might love it. My favorite beginner anime to recommend to people are Berserk, and yeah, mainly it's just Berserk. Berserk is kind of the go-to beginner anime. Hey, Lormor Winesot, what's up, dude? I'm sorry you're not feeling well, but you need to get cured of that disease. I think it's just a common disease. If you go to an Imperial cult altar, or a temple shrine, or see a healer or apothecary, I'm sure they can take care of it. So not today, huh, buddy? Alright, and then we swing south. Yeah. That sucks. See, I heard a bunch of people fell off of Vinland Saga because it got really good, and they're too dumb to handle it. Sorry, that was mean, but that's the same kind of thing of just, like, not constant violence and stimulation. What the hell? Well, I mean, if I haven't seen it before, I can't rate it, but I can rate what I have seen from your top 10 list. And you guys remember my, you guys remember my tier list. Watch Vinland Saga. Everyone should watch Vinland Saga. I will watch Vinland Saga when it's done. I don't want to get into a situation where I start reading Vinland Saga, and then a week later everyone's like, yo, Vinland Saga sucks now. It fell off, so, like, I'll wait for it to end. I also don't want to run into the problem where I know who characters are, and then before I can get to the new chapter, like, spoilers are so bad now that I cannot care about a story until it's over. It's all good. It's all good, BB. Top 10 cat breed. You know what? I would love to do that. That'd be great. Because, yeah, I love goblins. I love those little hairless cats. Let's go ahead and rest here, because I need to top off my stuff. Alright, let's go talk to this guy and find out what's going on. I have seen Mob Psycho and One Punch Man. Assassination Classroom was alright. Like, I read the first few chapters of that. I have a problem with anime that many people don't know how to recommend them to me. Ultimately, I would like it if I could just say something is good. I just go, watch Berserk, it's good. But a lot of times, I agree with you there. People will go, oh, this character is so cool and strong and he's such a badass. And I'm like, and? Tabbies are great, yeah. Calicos are good. I only follow an AVD Paragon and now he's oomph. What do you mean by oomph? Also, hi, Witty. Yeah, no, like, ideally you could just tell someone something's good and they'll watch it, but most people aren't like that. I'm like that. Like, you tell me something's good, people tell me about something, I will half the time just kind of process what you say and then go, is it good, though? And if the answer is yes, I'll watch it. If the answer is like, oh, it's an acquired taste, or it's not for everyone, I will be less likely to watch it. Or I'll ask further questions like, okay, what's wrong with it? Yeah, no, and that's the thing. The core appeal of anime in the eyes of anime fans nowadays makes it look like crap. Hey, Alvaleg. Hey, what do you know about the Telvanni agents?
No, I haven't seen any Telvanni agents around here, although now that you mention it.
Goodbye. So yeah, he'll just backpedal on you repeatedly until you kill him. He's not the one I want. He's not the one I want to let beat on me, though. At least not yet. Versus my Orcish. He's got Restore Health and I think Fire Shield? Yes, he does. Perfect. He was just pure spite. That'd be really cool. That would be really cool, BB. One of my new followers. It's a new Twitter slang I learned. Ah, I see. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'll give it a watch. I try not to think of characters as one-dimensional. Like, that's the other thing, is you can't fully judge a character or a story until the story's over. You can split it up into smaller stories and go, this story is unsatisfying. Like, Attack on Titan pre-final season... Sorry, Attack on Titan pre-ending is a bad... at the end of final season part 1 is a terrible story. Fucking awful. Attack on Titan, after it's all said and done, is one of the best stories ever told.
You will suffer greatly. You will suffer greatly.
Yeah, I can't afford the repair cost. I'm just gonna kill these guys.
You will suffer greatly.
Gamers and anime fans, yeah.
You will suffer greatly.
You guys are alright though. I like you guys. No, it's just about growing up and whether or not you want to, you know? Like, there was a time where people would throw away their hobbies, would be, like, adult men and women would be expected to throw away the things that make them happy, and they still are, in a lot of ways, in order to pursue a career and focus on what society deemed important. And we still live in that world. That's still something we're expected to do, but you can hold on to some things. You can paint miniatures, or play video games, or watch anime, or TV, and the only problem is that so much effort is expended on your day-to-day life that you can't give... A lot of people won't even bother thinking about the things they love. They won't even bother trying to give thought to the things they love, whether or not they should be supporting a company, or whether or not the thing they just threw away and stopped enjoying was worth throwing away. For me, I am crippled with a terrified... I have mental health issues. My specific flavor of autism gives me crippling anxiety over missing out. I don't want to miss out on any of the best... If there's something if you have a favorite show, I don't want to miss out on it. So for me, I am unwilling to just go, that's not for me. Except for very specific circumstances. That's a rare occurrence, having a bad guy who's actually a good guy. There's a lot of villains who are actually victims. You know what it is? Megatron in Transformers 1. I agreed with literally everything he did up to the very last moment. He did nothing wrong until the very last thing he did. Everything he did up to that point, I agreed with. Eren Yeager. I don't want to say Eren did nothing wrong, but Eren is a victim, like, similar to, I could say Megatron, but like, similar to Joker, I would say, or specifically Arthur Fleck, he's a victim. He didn't have the power to do what actually needed to be done. He had to become basically, he had to become the thing that motivated the world to get its shit together. Yeah, he does. Punisher, same thing. I would agree. He's got a good point. Of these people won't these villains keep coming back over and over again, so if we just kill them, they won't. Yeah, Joker 2 is like an entire movie that exists to spite people who didn't understand the first movie. People who exited that movie going, Arthur's a good guy / hero. Joker 2 exists to tell them, no, he's a victim. Now, I'm not gonna, to be fair, that movie's not really for me, so I don't plan on ever watching it. But from what I understand about the story and from what Bea told me, it's like, I don't care to watch it. I just don't need that misery in my life. And ultimately, I think that, like, the thing about Batman is that he is a very sketchy superhero. People get really confused by the no-kill rule. They're like, why does he have that? Does he love everybody? Does he, is he... The idea is that he does so many things that are morally questionable. He's a very sketchy superhero. And the idea is he can justify the surveillance, the beating people up, the injuring people, the sneaking around and fighting cops in the city he's in. He can justify all of that to himself because he is not as bad as the people that he's fighting. And as long as he's willing to never cross that line, he can justify it to himself. Superman's reason for not killing, is very different from Batman's. But we need to defend status. Oh, dude, yeah! The Vulture from the MCU is a fucking hero. Holy crap, I love him in that. Best version of the character. ultimately a thing you need to do with a story. And it's something that we lose as children that you need to regain as an adult. And it's the understanding that every story has a moral. If not a moral, then a meaning, a lesson that it is trying to teach. When you reach the end of a story or a certain point in a story, actually, when you start reading a story, ask yourself every step of the way, what is this story trying to teach me? What is this story trying to say? What does this story believe in? Once you understand that, that is the key to understanding everything else within the story. When you reach the end of a story, and that you can click everything that can't be explained, everything that's not understood by you should be able to click that central meaning into place in order to help you understand it. A story that is amazing about this is Twin Peaks. Like, Twin Peaks as a whole is like, there's a very specific core message of that story. And there are so many things in Twin Peaks that upon first viewing make no sense. But once you understand that core message, you can walk it back and click it into place and understand what things are and what they're doing. I don't really like talk about what X character is. Good example in comic, when that character has many versions in many comic. You say X character, say from what series? Yes, Magneto's great. I will actually, that what you're saying right there ties into what I'm about to say, Witty. A bad story, for example, The Last Jedi, has a core meaning, but you then once you understand that core meaning, once you understand what it's trying to tell you, and you click it into place into all the things that seemed bad or didn't make any sense, it just falls apart because it's not a good story. That's the difference between good and bad art. Something that has something to say and something that has nothing to say, or is unable to say what it's trying to say. Every character, everything in the world is built around that core lesson, that core message, that core story that is trying to be told. Shawshank's good about that as well. The best stories are good at what I'm basically describing. You could even take something as unconventional as David Lynch or Twin Peaks, or a good example of something I watched recently, Eraserhead, and tie it into that core theme. What's the core theme of Eraserhead? You tie it in. You can, if you understand that, you have the key to unlocking the story, to unlocking the world. Witty. The reason why I do that is because I construct a mythology around characters. Batman has many different timelines officially. Batman has one type of character for me. Batman, as a story, as a setting, is meant to teach it's meant to tell a very specific story. It is a story about a man who uses his pain to try and make the world a better place, even though he knows, a good man who uses his trauma and his pain to try and make the world a better place, even though he knows it is impossible. That is the key to Batman. That is the core element of what makes Batman good. You take that and you put that into every Batman story. Every Batman story you experience, every Batman story you read. If you can click that into place as the key to the story, even if it's flawed, if you can click that into place for your story, that's a good Batman story. I have a rule when it comes to reading Batman comics. I read Batman comics until Batman kills. The moment Batman kills somebody and the story acknowledges that it was a kill, the comic gets closed and it gets put back on the shelf or thrown away or taken back to the store, depending on where I'm reading it. Or it gets deleted from my phone if I'm reading it there. I'm done. The moment Superman kills somebody, that's it. I'm done. Those characters don't do that. That's a core part of their characters. That's a core part of their beings. You can't just change that. Because ultimately, you mentioned there's a bunch of different stories for these characters. Batman has timelines, Superman has timelines. The reason why I construct a mythology is because you can go like, well, this is my favorite Superman timeline, and there's a million comics. Half of them are probably shit. Why should I bother with that when I can just go, all right, so Batman, the story begins in year 1, and then the Long Halloween happens, and then the Killing Joke happens, and then Under the Red Hood happens, and then, let's put Court of Owls after the Long Halloween, yeah. So it goes year 1, Long Halloween, Court of Owls, Killing Joke, Red Hood, Under the Red Hood, Black Mirror, Dark Knight Returns, and then Kingdom Come. That's it. That's the Batman timeline. Those 8 comics. I strip away all the shit, I strip away all the crap, and we just have 8 good comics. And if you think I stripped away things that are good, let me know. And if it's good, it gets to be added among those 8 and become the 9th or the 10th. That's how I do comics, because if the people making the comic aren't going to do quality control, I'll fucking do quality control. Star Wars. The order of Star Wars goes Knights of the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Old Republic, Darth Bane and the Rule of Two, Master and Apprentice, Darth Plagueis, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith. Clone Wars between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Bad Batch, Legends of the Jedi / Sith, Rebels, Andor, Star Wars Empire, Return of the Jedi, Mandalorian Seasons 1 and 2, the Thrawn Trilogy, all the Jedi Knight games. And then, so basically, your timeline should be what's good. Fuck what's canon. Fuck what's not canon. What's good should be the timeline. You can still question a myth. Absolutely. No, question a myth all you want. But you gotta make it good. It doesn't... As a happy man. Alright, is it good? Yeah, no, you can't have an evil Superman. And besides, the original Superman was evil. I'll get into that. Because, what I'm saying is quality is all that matters. And if Batman's killing people, you've failed. You're given this character, it's lesson 1, you failed. It's like making a version of the Odyssey where Odysseus is fucking stupid. Who is Odysseus as a character? He is smart. He is a smart, caring family man who is prone to pride and acts of violence when placed under pressure. If you fuck that up, you're not writing Odysseus anymore, and you shouldn't be allowed to write the story. If the Doom guy starts worrying about how the demons feel, you should make a different protagonist for your Doom story. Like, if you want Batman to carry a gun and shoot people, go write the Punisher. Go write Red Hood. You don't get to write Batman. Fuck off. Yeah, you can question myths, you can challenge myths, you can retell stories, but you gotta tell them good. They retold Batman Year One as Batman Begins, it was good. They retold the Long Halloween as The Batman, it was good. That's all that matters. Quality is all that matters. Snyder better be taking seat right now, yeah. I could get into that, but that's so lowest common denominator. Like, why should I care? Like, it's like getting into why All-Star Batman and Robin is shit. It's shit. It's just shit. Why were we... Let's not even bother with it. Man of Steel's shit. It's trash. Let's not even bother with it. Superman was originally described by Friedrich Nietzsche as the Übermensch. The idea was he was this higher man, this higher being, that through being extremely strong, extremely smart, and extremely cruel would lead humanity. Because Nietzsche believed that that was what makes a great person. Being smart, being strong, and being unconcerned with reality. Then World War II happened, and a bunch of crazy Germans used his philosophy to create the Nazi ideology. And then a bunch of Jewish people escaped from Europe and moved to America during World War II. And a bunch of these Jewish people became comic book writers, and a couple of these Jewish people wrote their own version of the Übermensch, who wasn't terrible. Their own idea of a great, supreme man who would lead mankind away from evil. So rather than being smart, strong, and cruel, or for lack of a better word, unconcerned with the petty morals of mankind, you have someone who is smart, strong, and deeply concerned with the petty morals of mankind. Because these petty morals are all that matter. Yeah, but you gotta do it right. And I know exactly what you're talking about. I get it 100%. Because you can go from, like, the original Batman comic, which was bad. Like, old Batman pre-Dark Knight Returns, pre-Batman the Animated Series, was bad. It was just trash. questioning a myth saved Batman. And you're 100% right on that. But you take a look at Dark Knight Returns versus Adam West Batman, you had that guilt, that darkness that never existed within Batman, you added it. And then you also did the no-killing thing. Batman's myth being challenged actually made him into a better superhero. Original Batman, for those who don't know, was a silly goofball who made jokes and killed people. He would just straight up murder the criminals he was after. Eventually he stopped doing that as much because they ran out of villains. Because Batman just kept killing them off. Then, yes, deconstruction saved Batman, absolutely. Not beating the allegation. I am hearing you're talking your Ubermensch talk. Oh yes, absolutely. He is more human than most of his enemies. Abso-fucking-lutely. Superman's amazing. Yeah, for real, Blue. I like that's why fucking Emesis works so well. One of the many reasons why that's so good. But like, Batman originally was just Zorro, but American, and he used fists and guns instead of a sword. That was all Batman was originally. Over time, based on him not needing to kill as many villains, because they ran out of villains for him to kill, and the comics code becoming a thing, meaning that they no longer could kill villains. Villains could only die as a product of their own villainy and other reasons. There's a bunch of shit in the comics code, but that was the one thing that stuck with Batman and what helped define him as a character. And then finally you have... So you fix the killing, then you have Dark Knight Returns come in, which introduced this whole new dimension to Bruce Wayne and Batman. Batman's not happy. He's very unhappy. He's a tormented being who's obsessed. He's an obsessive, tormented being trying to do something great for a world that's decaying and dying. And that's what makes his character work so well. And that got carried into Batman Year One and The Long Halloween, and Batman as we know him today as the emo, as the brooding, badass super detective we all know and love today, right? And so yeah, you're totally right about deconstruction. The difference is if you're gonna deconstruct, you gotta build something. If you're gonna deconstruct, you gotta build something. Making Superman evil? Trash. Fucking garbage, right? Well, Red Sun exists. Making Superman genuinely good, but basically going about everything all wrong is like one of the best Superman stories ever. Red Sun's amazing, and it's a Superman who still doesn't kill. He's evil, but he doesn't kill. His evil comes down from having genuinely good motivations that he fails to carry out properly. I love Bane. Bane's awesome. My introduction to Bane was... Yeah, no, that's... Miku hates Nazis. So does Nimdok. I love that part about Batman Beyond, Ryvon. That's fucking amazing. My introduction to Bane was the Batman and Robin movie. Where he was just a dumb, drug-powered wrestler. And then I saw Dark Knight Rises, and I love that version of Bane. The idea of a man who built himself up as the counteraction to Batman and what he's trying to do. Basically...
Cajitas wares.
I thought that was such a new, innovative way of doing the character, only to realize that's what Bane originally was in the comics. He wasn't a dumb meathead, he was this basically dark version of Bruce Wayne. You think the darkness is your ally? Oh yeah, nice guy versus good guy, totally, with Titan from Megamind. I was born in it, molded by it. I also love Tom Hardy, so it works out well. I'm gonna go ahead and take this blanket off my legs. It's a lot hotter now that I'm getting heated and discussing this shit. Good topic, by the way, guys. Ow! Just gouged my fucking heel with the chair. Fucked by it. No, penetrated by the darkness. A good example of what I think is... Let's say... We can actually take a good example of, like...
Were it so easy.
deconstruction... I guess what it comes down to is, are the people who are deconstructing or challenging a myth, do they understand it? Because if they don't, you're going to end up creating something real bad. Like, I could use 2 examples here for something I've been getting into recently. Bane fucks, he does not get fucked. Fair enough. It will be very painful. You're a big guy. For you. Don't know how to Twitch. It's still, hey, it's still a good, it was still a good thing. We're so easy. I'll use Godzilla as an example since I've been watching a lot of Godzilla lately. Godzilla is a big monster that is a hybrid between a gorilla and a whale, originally, who is powered by, like, he was designed to be, that's what his design's based off of in his name as well. He's a gorilla whale. His design was meant to be evocative of dinosaurs, but not quite dinosaurs, you know? Or evocative, not invocative, evocative of dinosaurs. And he was meant to be simultaneously a reminder of the destruction that, that Japan suffered during World War II in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, as well as as well as being a warning of a potential future if Japan continues to allow American countries to do nuclear weapons tests off their shore. We just watched Shin. Yes, we did. It was great. Chair combo. Thanks for the recap, TJ. Alright, what do I got on me now? I got Drain Fatigue and Drain Attribute. I got Damp Worm, and Exhausting Touch. Alright, I'll be okay. These are baby easy Fighters Guild quests. Let's get some water breathing going. But, yeah, so that came out, and it was well liked, and it was good. But over the years, as Godzilla stories continued, they became less about the message of what Godzilla is, about what Godzilla is supposed to be, and more about the spectacle of having a big-ass monster destroying a city, and then a big-ass monster fighting other big-ass monsters. And so, that's what you got over the years, right? Then, finally, American Godzilla came out, and American Godzilla, specifically, yeah, the American Godzilla movie was like, alright, if he's a dinosaur, let's make him look like a dinosaur. And now he's small, and he's dumb, and he doesn't even breathe fire because we think Godzilla's dumb and we just want to make Jurassic Park again. And they totally just did that. Meanwhile, in Japan, all the Godzilla movies are embracing those elements that the American Godzilla denied, while just getting sillier and sillier and being less and less about an actual story and more and more about just having giant monsters fight each other. Yes Man ending. Yes Man ending, but you redirected the power to the strip, so it's basically you create an anarchist state that's being watched over. Anyway, sorry. So that came out, and it wasn't very good. And then Japan just made Godzilla sillier and sillier until it eventually stopped, because Godzilla stopped being about anything other than just having big monsters fight each other. Then, both the legendary Godzilla and Shin Godzilla came out, and both of them were all about bringing back Godzilla to his roots, making Godzilla fucking scary again, and making the stories of Godzilla have a political message to them. That's actually a good idea, Ryvon. I'm definitely going to do that. Hello.
Make it quick, Outland. Keep your distance, Outlander. Can't you tell you're sick? I don't want to catch your disease.
Who was I here for? Yeah, I was here for... Oh, I think I already killed him. The 4 Telvanni agents. Yeah, there was 1 outside and 3 in the cave. All right, well, let's get out of here then. But, yeah, both of those came out, and they were all about bringing Godzilla back to his roots. Now, the legendary one isn't very good. Its story didn't really resonate with people, and the monster fights weren't really even there. But I think Shin Godzilla more than made up for it. And so what we have in those cases are reconstructions, bringing it back to its roots and making it about what it was originally about and what had been forgotten up to this point. And I remember I was thinking, like, man, how do you make giant monster, like, how do you make the giant monsters fighting each other fit into the overall, like, horror and political tone of original Godzilla? Like, can that even be done? And then, this was the other day this happened, by the way. So always be on the lookout for new awesome art. You never know what's going to blindside you and amaze you. This was a random recommended video. It's actually in the Discord in the library, if you scroll up and find it. I watched this analog horror series called Project Monster on YouTube, which is a crossover between the MonsterVerse, American Godzilla, and Shin Godzilla that it tells a really unique story about basically humanity and how they respond to these giant monsters known as megafauna existing. I stopped praying for my grandpa, he's becoming too strong, right? But the whole thing is fucking awesome. It's all like handheld camcorder footage from different people in cities that are being attacked by these monsters. But they're still tied together in a way that makes the fights cohesive and fun to watch. On top of that, the explanation of a government-run organization formed by the UN meant to deal with megafauna basically made Godzilla SCP. So we have basically big SCP, the Big Secure Contain Protect Foundation, taking these monsters and trying to monitor them and contain them so that they don't destroy the fucking Earth. I need to watch that. I haven't seen it yet. I know it's like one of Liam Neeson's best movies. I need to give it a watch. Anyways, yeah, I recommend it. Project Monster, look it up on YouTube. Amazing Godzilla analog horror series. Just, it manages to make big monsters fighting scary. Like, it manages to make it genuinely horrifying, but also, like, really evocative. I love it. Let's cure my disease. Alright, all clear. Let's go talk to the Fighters Guild now, because we're back in Balmora. Yep, I went ahead and used my pendant of Almstevie and... Oh, wait, no, we're not in Balmora. Where are we? Shit, we're even further from Balmora. We're in Eldrune. Alright, well, let's hit the road. That article. Yeah. There's no article. I mean, there are articles, but, like, there's, like, training videos and shit, you know? Let's see where Divine Intervention would take me. Probably to that fort right over there, huh? I mean, at least it put me closer to Caldera. Yeah, well, that worked out. Oh, that's tough. I'm really fond of the beast races. When it comes to lore, it's gotta be the Dunmer, but that's because of Morrowind. I just like Dark Elves in general. I think they're really cool. Mainly because I have this belief... Okay, so... This is going to be a really weird... This is a really weird stance. Okay, so you know, like, monsters in old, on old sailing charts and old books, right? Mythological creatures like gnomes, elves, things that people claimed they saw or existed at one point, be it through mythology or through the writings of deranged sailors, basically mythical creatures in general. One of my favorite concepts that I love to apply to fantasy settings, especially in D&D, is the idea that those creatures do not resemble their illustrations. The illustrations look that way. Like, let's take, for example, a unicorn, right? A unicorn isn't necessarily a horse with a horn, right? Somebody saw one in, like, a hazy glimpse out of the corner of their eye one night, you know? So what could a unicorn actually be? What could a unicorn actually look like when we separate it from its origin as horse with a horn? You could create something really cool out of that. Or like a dragon, or really anything like that. And so when it comes to elves, I like my elves to look as alien as possible. Because elves are they're humans with pointy ears, and they're a bit taller and more narrow. Oh, cool, Daedra. Okay, that's what they're drawn as, that's what they're depicted as or described as, but what would they actually look like, you know? What does an elf actually look like? And so you should try to make your elves look alien and bizarre and strange. If you want to make a message really, is it really better in this way? Is really better make this in the way that is easy to ignore? Ultimately, I think the problem is a lot of people ignoring a message or not understanding a message comes down to personal choice. We can't change these people's minds, and we shouldn't compromise art and make it worse to help them. Just because people watch Starship Troopers and take away the message that the mobile infantry are awesome and they're the good guys and I hope they conquer all the evil alien bugs, we shouldn't make Starship Troopers or Helldivers shittier so that those people understand. We don't need to convert those people, because those people, their issue isn't that it's because their issue is they lack basic media literacy, or they have some sort of internal bias that limits their media literacy. They're the Corn Brothers, yeah. Like 40K, for instance. I have talked to so many people that are like, oh, I wish they would make it more clear that the Imperium are awful in their stories. And I'm like, how much clearer can you make it? They got servitors, they got cherubs. If people want to believe that the Imperium are the good guys and that Xenos are icky-pooey disgusting, there's nothing you can do to change their mind. They're gonna believe what they believe. They're just gonna need to live a life and learn. It's not your responsibility to make the art worse in order to convince those people. Polyphemus, yes! Oh my god, perfect example, Blue. Yeah, Polyphemus. There's an animation of the song "Survive" from Epic the Musical, which is the best adaptation of the Odyssey. Hold on a second. I need to restore my fatigue. But like, yeah, like, so what is Polyphemus is a Cyclops. I have not seen the Dragon Slayer. Might have to check that out. Polyphemus is a Cyclops. What is a Cyclops? It's a big man with one eye. All right. Are we just going to do that, or can we do something more interesting with it? Let's make it look more alien, more bizarre, something that doesn't exist within our world. And there's this amazing animation of the fight with Polyphemus that makes him look so strange. He looks like he has a carapace. He has these long, lanky arms and legs. He looks so fucking weird and alien, but he still looks like a Cyclops. A good example of little things like I like on my elves is I like them to have a clearly different bone and muscular structure. Good example would be the elves from Divinity Original Sin 2. You look at them and you can see their muscles, and they clearly do not work the way our muscles do. They are clearly built very different from a human. Another good example would be the ethereal glow that elves have in Lord of the Rings. It's the little things you can do, but it's enough, right? Or the black eyes that wood elves have in Warhammer. Little things that they can do to just make it seem less like a boring basic elf and more like something really cool and original. Then again, some people just want their boring basic elves. I love how dwarves in Warhammer and Warcraft are clearly not just little people. They clearly have a very different muscular and skull structure than a human being. I love it when dwarves have their original black skin. Be it the pitch black skin of like the old Final Fantasy games, or like the blue tint they give them in God of War. Just original Norse dwarves rocking their fucking pitch black skin and their glowing eyes. I love that shit. Alrighty. Blue blood like fish. Yeah, I mean, you can do all kinds of fun stuff with it. The elves in God of War are like bug people. They're really weird. It still needs to read as what it is. A series that's really good about this is Dark Souls. Like, with dragons in Dark Souls, the way that dragons look, assuming that you're looking at a dragon and not a drake or a wyvern, they are super cool and unique and strange. They have this power to them. They're like larger than life, and they're never just reptilian. Sometimes they have fur, sometimes they have feathers, sometimes they have insect-like wings and tentacles. Every dragon in Dark Souls seems to be unique, and that's one of the things I've always loved about Dark Souls 1. Because ultimately, the reason why a dragon looks like a dragon in a drawing is because we caught a hazy glimpse of it. We don't know what an actual dragon would look like, and so from there we can be creative and have fun with it. Same thing goes for different Greek gods and things like that, you know. Zeus doesn't have to be a big bearded guy. Another movie that handles this really well is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. The blue fairies in that are like strange, biblically accurate alien, or they're strange, biblically accurate angel centaurs. They're really cool. All right, I'm gonna back off and rest so I can get my stamina back. I apologize for taking so long, but yeah, just think about things, be creative, have fun, you know? I think that's one of the big problems people have with, you know, people like to generalize them as isekai, but for me, I like to call it trope fantasy, where your fantasy world doesn't really have any world building or need any world building because everyone knows what an orc is, everyone knows what an elf is, everyone knows what a centaur is, and you don't need to bother explaining to people what they are. And that's like really popular in Japan, really big. Like I would describe a lot of isekai as trope fantasy, like Goblin Slayer's trope fantasy, different things like that, where it's like, we don't need to explain how something works because you already know, you know? Interspecies reviewers, trope fantasy, you know? And that really annoys a lot of people that are fans of like more classical fantasy, because what makes you fall in love with the world is when they over-explain things. It's when you see things portrayed in a way you never would have considered before, you know? Like, the thing that made me fall in love with World of Warcraft was seeing, in the both the MMO and the literal setting of Azeroth, was seeing all the different ways, the different fantasy races looked. Sorry, Potion of H. No way. I gotta have at least one. Are you serious? Oh, thank God. I need it real bad right now. That's fortify health. Restore health. Okay, thank God. I was worried. I didn't have any. That would have sucked, because I hadn't saved in a minute. Alright, here we go. Hello, Emperor Picalde. How's it going? Picaled. I have an entire arm made out of water. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh God. Okay. So, I've been reading Ella Enchanted, like I said earlier. The way that story does ogres is so fucking awesome. So, ogres in Ella Enchanted are big, strong, muscly, ugly men, right? Well, that's not it. That's not all. They they have the sweetest voices. And so the way that ogres get you... What am I going to do now? Use an ebony shield? The way that ogres get you in Ella Enchanted isn't by manhandling you, it's by luring you into their cave, because the way they speak to you is so convincing. And like they're like basically ogres in the world of Ella Enchanted just have max charisma. Oh hell yeah. Let's go. Ebony set. And I need to do some alchemy because I'm completely out of room. Cool. I'll have to check that out, yeah. But yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with loving the way it's done, but you gotta think about things. You know, like, one of the reasons why I tend to bounce off of haunting or possession movies is I cannot fucking take goat demons seriously. Like, if you're gonna show me the devil in your story and he's a big goat man, I'm sorry, Tenacious D ruined it for me. There's nothing you can do to make that scary to me. I mean, to be fair, there is, but I have yet to see it done well. Like, demons should be alien and bizarre. They should be, like, whenever I show a demon in D&D, despite there being art of what it looks like, I try to give every demon a unique appearance. Like, this demon is a shadow on a wall that talks to you. It whispers, and it can physically touch you, and when it touches you, you can feel a hand inside of your body. Is any of that represented on its stat sheet? No, but I'm not going to put a demon in my story and just have it be a goat man. If you're going to put demons in your story, make them scary, make them borderline Lovecraftian. That's the, you know, to be completely honest with you, that's what got me into 40k, 100%. Because, like, on the tabletop, you see all these models and you're like, okay, they're big monsters, whatever. Yeah, you haven't experienced the world of 40k until you read one of the books. And you hear what it's like to be in the same room as a bloodthirster. Or like being around nurglings, right? Like, you don't know what that's like. But once you're able to feel that, once you're able to immerse yourself in that way, it hits so much harder. 3D printing. Yeah, what about it? Yeah, I try. You know, I want to make sure that you guys feel something. And that's honestly an issue I have with a lot of trope fantasy, is it's going, oh, it's a demon. It's the Demon King. What is the Demon King? Oh, it's a sexy anime boy. Oh, okay. What makes him the Demon King? What makes him special? You know, like, oh, it's just a guy. It's just a dude. Oh, cool. You couldn't even give me Tim Curry from Legend? Yeah, if your interpretation of a fantasy creature is a human, fuck off. Just stop. Like, you should be writing a different genre. You're really boring. You should stop. Are they? I got that right. Cool. That's hell yeah, man. I'm glad I did that. Yeah, if your demon or your god is just a person, that's fucking boring. That's the number one reason that, like, I didn't end up watching Sandman on Netflix. Because Morpheus has a very specific look that he has at all times, even when he's powered down. And I'm like, oh, how'd they do that? The special effects must have been really difficult. And then I looked up a screenshot of what he looks like in the show, and he's just a guy. And it's like, well, fuck it, who cares now? It's like putting Dr. Manhattan in your fucking... Like, that's like if they made a Watchmen movie, and they just made him a dude. Didn't even bother. Just made him a naked guy. Didn't even make him blue or nothing. Like, how lame is that? Don't mistake devils with demons. Devils are corpo. Yes, that is something I tried to tie in. And also, devils are, in the same way, very alien. Otherworldly beings should feel otherworldly. If you're in the same room as an angel and they're not actively trying to disguise themselves as a human, then it should be almost a sickening experience. You gotta remind players that though they're just rolling dice against numbers, you gotta remind them they're supposed to be fighting horrible otherworldly monsters. Or helping otherworldly monsters. Ben from the Fantastic Four, he isn't even a rock. Oh, that's so much better. That's so much funnier. Thank you. Oh man, but yeah, no, like look up Morpheus from Sandman. Look up a comic book appearance of him, and then look at the Netflix version of him where they just don't even try. I love showing angels are psycho. Yeah. Angels, like I think H.P. Lovecraft had a really good influence on a lot of things, and I think the number one thing I took from 40k is if your being is not of this world, if you're not dealing with an undead or like a dragon or something, you should try and give any otherworldly beings an otherworldly vibe. They should affect the player without even touching them. Or the reader, or the characters. Okay. And then for to restore strength will be the next one. Nope. And then fortify magicka. Nope. Okay. Water walking. Let's try restore endurance instead, because I already have a potion of water walking. Yeah, that's fair. It's showing that angels are psycho. I think I always try to have angels act as machines almost. They are beings, highly lawful beings of very specific purpose. They are acting on God's behalf. So I think about humans that believe they are acting on God's behalf, who believe that they are doing some sort of great work, and to them, a few dead people aren't so bad, you know? Like, if an angel is willing to sacrifice certain things to achieve their goal, depending on what deity they're serving, be it the Deva, the angel, an angel, the Deva, or whatever. There's a character in Curse of Strahd that I play that way. He's not evil, he's not seeking to cause harm, but he is willing to do harm if it means achieving his goals. Jigalag's Night Support. Yes! That's on point. Hell yeah. You guys are just a mountain of good ideas. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and see if we can get some spell absorption going on. If not, we're gonna go ahead and start making poisons now. Alright, that's done. We're done with that. Let's make some poisons. So the difference now is we're going to be seeking out negative effects. So we got sunflower petals. How else can we drain luck? Drain luck. Chokeweed, look at that. Oh, hell yeah, leveled up. Curse of Sigmar, or COS plus Abbott mentioned. Oh, Curse of Strahd plus Abbott. Yo, you know him! Yeah, isn't he great? God, Curse of Strahd is so fucking good, man. I remember hearing, like, oh man, that's one of those campaigns you can do over and over again. And I'm like, I don't get how. I get how. I get how now. Oh my god, it is one of the most thoroughly, intricately crafted D&D campaigns I have ever run. It's so fucking good. The Abbot is amazing. I am not writer-brained. I run Curse of Strahd for my friends. Yes, I tried to kill the Abbot in a playthrough, and it did not go well for me. When he threatened to release the beasts upon the town, I was just like, nah. And I swung at him, and he fucking bodied my ass. And everybody else in the party's like, God damn it, Alex. Good times. What's funny is my character's name was also Alex, so it worked out. Right? Not writer pilled. I've heard good things. Yeah. Considering you're going into it next week. Yeah. Look forward. I mean, we're not going to be doing the whole thing. I'm doing a very specific modified version. This is going to be more of a Castle Ravenloft campaign than it is going to be a Curse of Strahd campaign. Welcome to Barovia. Might have been. It's a very famous modern D&D campaign. Like, it's one of the best. So good. All right, let's see if we can do Drain Fatigue, because Drain Fatigue as a poison would be really helpful. Nope. Okay. Well, that's it for now. Let's hope that gave us enough room to carry what we got. It did. Yay. So now we have an ebony sword and shield, and that is the shittiest looking dagger. That looks like it's made of plastic. Well, sir. Hello there. Shamar Grogar. How can I help you? I don't think we've been introduced, Outlander. I am Shamar Gro Ogar. How can I help you? Cave rat. The cave rat is a subterranean variety, the hardy, abundant hunter-scavenger. Rat meat is tough and greasy, with an unpleasant odor and taste. Nonetheless, it is cheap, abundant, and nutritious, and palatable when cooked in a stew, masked by strong spices. Not Rider pilled. I'm trying to keep up, but I'm not Rider. It's okay. You just pick what you need. Important info here. Yes, indeed. I don't know why I even asked him about the cave rat. Guards keep the peace and chase down criminals. Who are you? Got any advice for me? Bryring is a barbarian at the Skyrim mission in Ebonheart. He is remarkably educated and well-spoken for a barbarian, but he knows things a barbarian should know. Tell me some Morrowind lore. Ordinators arrest and imprison dissident priests and other heretics. By the terms of the armistice, the Empire cannot interfere. Well, it was good talking to you, dude. Do I want to explore this Daedric cave, or should we move on? You never know what kind of treasures you're going to find. Let's rock. Huh? Oh, hello. Look at you! You made it to the ground all by yourself this time. Usually they glitch out. I do think, like, okay, what I can say is, your fantasy race, your fantasy creatures should be as alien as possible, but they should still read as what they are. Oh, is that a Daedric shrine? We are gonna get so fucking sidetracked today. We already have. Thinking about getting a hairy texture. It looks kind of crappy. Vvardenfell. All right, looks like you're rocking steel. I am in the process of converting over to heavy armor, but I don't think I could carry what you got here, buddy. I'm gonna go sleep. Good night. Good night, Ghost. We're almost to the amazing... Huh? Oh, it was a wizard. A wizard is a Weezer wizard. Oh yeah, that's right, I leveled up. Is that a Daedric sword? I have an enchanted Daedric dagger at home. Take that soul gem though. Does your robe look good on me? Let's take a look. Nah, I like my old robe better. I strip you and neatly fold your clothes. Weezer! I'm just imagining Joseph yelling that. Oh god, the way JoJo does vampires, I fucking love it. But yeah, it should. When you make a fantasy creature, a thing with a fantasy race, it should be as alien as possible while still resembling what it is. Then there are some things like vampires. Like, I love it when vampires are made more monstrous. I dislike when vampires are made more human. Like, I like how in the old Dracula movie, not the old one, but the one with Gary Oldman and Neo and Anthony Hopkins and others in it. I love how, like, when Dracula goes into the theater, like, the films change to become, like, more violent, and, like, people start screaming and running around because he's just such an entity of evil. He corrupts the world around him. Dracula is still clearly monstrous in Castlevania, but who he is as a person, he's a better, more sympathetic character. That doesn't make him more human, that just makes him more of a good character. But yeah. No sleep then. Almost digital circuit? Almost. Do I wanna steal from this Daedric shrine? Yes. Money? Money. What am I dealing with? Oh, it's a Dremora. Hello. Let's throw you up there, and let's put up first barrier. And then we can do a hearth heal to top myself off. Nope, apparently we can't. We steal, we thieves, indeed we is. We mad slice of dices. We mutants. God damn, how about some magicka? That would be nice. My shield's not shielding very good. Alright. Maybe I shouldn't have thieved. I'll thieve on the way out. How about that? Rock and steel! To the wheel! Alright, we'll go ahead and pop that.
Green Ghost Pie says 7.
Does he? Did he now? Yeah, you know what? I don't think I can take 2 Dremora. In a fight, right? No. Definitely not. God, I love the Lesser Bone Walker. He looks so cool. I hope I can encounter him in the world someday. Bum, ba, ba, ba. Alright. Master's Probe. Go ahead and just click that on over. Man, I was thinking about dungeon crawling. Like, I was thinking about, like, the concept of dungeon crawling in games and how, like, the modern mindset when it comes to dungeon crawling is the shorter it is, the better. I was thinking about that, about how, like, every major RPG has taken their dungeon. Because, like, games, like, RPGs used to be, their dungeons used to be so huge that you're, like, the core appeal had to be just hanging out in the dungeon, right? Like, you look at, like, an old World of Warcraft, like, vanilla World of Warcraft dungeon, like the Shimmering Caverns, or, wait, not the Shimmering Caverns, what the fuck are they called? The Wailing Caverns, or, like, oh, hell yeah, I'll take that. Or, like, the dungeon design in Daggerfall, and, like, compare it to even this, it's like, over time, dungeons just got shorter and shorter until they no longer existed. In a fight, right? Yeah.
Arg! Arg!
Arg!
Arg!
Arg! Is he a pirate? Pirates are in this year? You deaded. You took too long. Now your life is gone. That's what happened. But yeah, I just feel like dungeon crawling, I don't want to say it's like a lost art, but like it's something that games have tried to be rid of almost. It's weird. Sujama, Dwarven Mace. Take that Armor's Hammer. Hell yeah. Let's go ahead and just do the rest of my armor. Done. I can take in a fight. Thief! What? Thief! That's good, that's good. The Armorer's Challenge. The Armorer's Challenge by Mimophanes. 300 years ago, when Kataraya became Empress, the first and only Dunmer to rule all of Tamriel, she faced opposition from the Imperial Council. Even after she convinced them that she would be the best regent to rule the Empire, while her husband Pelagius, oh man, poor Pelagius, sought treatment for his madness, there was still conflict, in particular from the Duke of Vengeto, Thane Minglumiere, who took a particular delight in exposing all of the Empress's lack of practical knowledge. In this particular instance, Kataraya and the Council were discussing the unrest in Blackmarsh and the massacre of Imperial troops outside the village of Armanius. The sodden swampland and sweltering climate, particularly in summertide, would endanger the troops if they wore their usual armor. He took too long. Ah, oh, damn it. I was just like, what is he referencing? Oh, he took too long and ventured too far. That right there is the moment where Odysseus like shifted as a character. That's where it like he lost, like any innocence in him just died in that moment. Smoking hot, Twink washes up on your island. He's married. All he hears is screams. All he hears are screams. It's just I don't know, it's just funny to me. I know a very clever armorer, said Kataraya. His name is Hazadir, an Argonian who knows the environments our army will be facing. I knew him in Vivek, where he was a slave to the master armorer there, before he moved to the Imperial City as a freedman. We should have him design armor and weaponry for the campaign. Minglumir gave a short, barking laugh. She wants a slave to design the armor and weaponry for our troops. Sorolus Socus is the finest armorer in the Imperial City. Everyone knows that. After much debate, it was finally decided to have both armorers contend for the commission. The council also elected 2 champions of equal power and prowess, Nandor Barade and Raphalis Ul, to battle using the arms and armament of the real competitors in the struggle. Whichever champion won, the armor who supplied him would earn the Imperial Commission. It would be decided by Barade that Barade would be outfitted by Hazadir and Yule by Socus. The fight was scheduled to commence in 7 days. You and your male wife goes onto an island. Sorolus Socus began to work... male wife. Sorolus Socus began work immediately. He would have preferred more time, but he recognized the nature of the test. The situation in Armenius was urgent. The Empire had to select their armorer quickly, and once selected, the preferred armorer had to act swiftly and produce the finest armor and weaponry for the Imperial Army in Blackmarsh. It wasn't just the best armorer they were looking for, it was the most efficient. Socus had only begun steaming the half-inch strips of black virgin oak to bend the bands for the flanges of the armor joints when there was a knock at the door. His assistant Fandius ushered in the visitor. It was a tall reptilian of common markings, a dull green-fringed hood, bright black eyes, and a dull brown cloak. It was Hazadir, Kataraya's preferred armorer. That's pretty good, Blue. I wanted to wish you the best of luck on the... Is that ebony? It was indeed. Socus had bought the finest quality ebony weave available in the Imperial City as soon as he heard of the competition and began the process of smelting it. Normally it was a 6-month procedure refining the ore, but he had hoped that a massive convection oven stoked by white flame and born of magic would shorten the operation to 3 days. Socus proudly pointed out the other advancements in his armory. I just want to point out that this shit's kind of awesome right here, what he's saying here. Because this is the kind of shit like a modern-day scientist would try. Medieval armorers, like blacksmiths, were like fucking master chemists of their time, and they didn't even know it. The shit they were able to pull off just by, we always read them as like, oh, he's the big dumb humble workman with the big old belly and the beard, and I'll make you the armor. Like, little did you know that motherfucker was like the 8th century equivalent to Walter White. You're dealing with a fucking medieval Bill Nye in that moment, you know? Like, Glorgar the Hammerer would have had a PhD in today's time. No, for real. Like, so much of ancient history, like, it's shocking. Like, we like to think we're so much smarter than those who came before, but no, we just have more information to work with made by those people. Humans have always been smart. Yeah, we have the tons of collective knowledge they didn't have. 100%, PJ. Hey, boss, your goons are here! You know? The acidic lime pools to sharpen the blade of a daikatana to an unimaginable degree of sharpness. The Akaviri forge and tongs he would use to fold the ebony back and forth upon itself. Hazadir laughed. Have you been to my armory? It's 2 tiny smoke-filled rooms, and the front is a shop. The back is filled with broken armor. Some hammers in a forge. That's it. That's your competition for the millions of gold pieces in Imperial Commission. I'm sure... Hold on, let me read that. Okay. Hazadir is the... Yeah, Hazadir is the Argonian. Let's do that voice. Have you been to my armory? It's 2 tiny smoke-filled rooms. The front is a shop. The back is filled with broken armor, some hammers, and a forge. That's it. That's your competition for the millions of gold pieces in Imperial Commission. I'm sure the Empress has some reason to trust you to outfit her troops, said Cerulus Sacus, kindly. He had, after all, seen the shop, and knew that what Hazadir said was true. It was a pathetic workshop in the slums, fit only for the lowliest of adventurers to get their iron daggers and cuirasses repaired. Sacus had decided to make the best quality regardless of the inferiority of his rival. It was his way, and how he became the best armorer in the Imperial City. Out of kindness and a more than a bit of pride, Sacus showed Hazadir how by contrast things should be done in a real professional armory. The Argonian acted as an apprentice to Sacus, helping him refine the ebony ore and to pound it, and fold it when it was cooled. Over the next several days, they worked together to create a beautiful daikatana, with an edge honed sharp enough to trim a mosquito's eyebrows, enchanted with flames along its length by one of the Imperial battle mages, as well as a suit of armor of bound wood, leather, silver, and ebony to resist the winds of oblivion. On the day of the battle, Sacus, Hazadir, and Fandius finished, polishing the armor, and brought in Raphaelus Yule for the fitting. Hazadir left only then, realizing that Nandor Barade would be at his shop shortly to be outfitted. The two warriors met before the Empress and Imperial Council in the arena, which had been flooded slightly to simulate the swampy conditions of Black Marsh. From the moment Sacus saw Yule in his suit of heavy ebony and blazing daikatana, and Barade in his collection of the dusty rusted lizard scales and spear from Hazadir's shop, he knew he would win, and he was right. The first blow from the daikatana lodged in Barade's soft shield, as there was no metal trim to deflect it. Before Yule could pull his sword back, Barade let go of the now flaming shield, still stuck on the sword, and poked at the joints of Yule's ebony armor with his spear. Yule finally retrieved his sword from the ruined shield and slashed at Barade, but his light armor was scaled and angled, and the attacks rolled off into the water, extinguishing the daikatana's flames. When Barade struck at Yule's feet, he fell into the churned mud and was unable to move. The Empress, out of mercy, called a victor. Hazadir received the commission, and thanks to his knowledge of Argonian battle tactics and weaponry, and how best to combat them, he designed implements of the war that brought down the insurrectionists in Armanius. Kataraya won the respect of the council, and even grudgingly that of Thane Minglemir. Cerulus Sacus went to Morrowind to learn what Hazadir learned there, and was never heard from again. Aww! Sacus seemed like a good guy, though. That was a really good story. That was awesome. I love that shit. That was great. I try to read every book I find in the game, so please be patient with me if you're not really into that. I even have leftover books in my inventory I need to finish reading. Ring of Wizard's Fire and Amulet of Frost. You know what I want to get? I just realized. I want to get a bunch of gas lamps for my house. Like, I want to get a bunch of, like, powerful gas lamps that I can use when the power goes out. So even when it's dark, I'll be able to crack open... I'll be able to light a bunch of gas lamps and still move around the house. Candles are good too, but like for like big light, you know. Alrighty, guys, let's go ahead and open up this chest. We have the Ondusi's Open Door. Love this spell. Bam. Bargain Potion of Shadow. Oh wow, just books for days. Good lord. We got Corpse Preparation. Okay, so we have a book I've already read, and we have a book that's written entirely in Esperanto. I'm not even joking. Check this out. An obscure text in the language of the Sload, purposely written by the Second-Era Western necromancer Ngasta. Ngasta, Kavata, Kavakis, Aktas so novashtero, oi yamil, sorantu ranitao, rixevastnin pagintaj, membrao taj aliaj individuau, Kyojin amenier tusksas sonraneta activado, engsi aperas informao, unavis pris solacao, so shi shumonatas kunvenao, sed natur anco pri aliaj actuajos. Yeah, so there we have this whole thing is written in Esperanto. It's actually an article from an Esperanto website. Ngasta Kavata Kavakis. And then Corpse Preparation, which I've already read. Oh wait, no I haven't. Alright, let's read it. On the preparation of the corpse, Volume 1, the acquisition of the corpse. While the arts of necromancy are only illegal in the province of Morrowind, few citizens of the Empire have... Have I read this already? Okay, no, it's good. Have an enlightened view of our art. Thus, the acquisition of corpses on which to experiment is often difficult. Does this actually translate to something? Yes, it translates to an Esperanto newsletter from a website. In Cyrodiil, a few necromancers who have served the Empire are given the corpses of criminals and traitors to use legally. This provides those who have acquired such a post with a fresh supply of corpses, most of them young, strong, and intact. In Morrowind, the outlawing of necromancy would make its practice impossible were it not for the fortunate institution of slavery. While the temple will investigate obvious signs of necromancy, such as hastily emptied graves or ash stolen from one of their ash pits, a careful and discreet necromancer can thrive in Morrowind by taking slaves at a modest rate. Most will assume the slaves escaped or died in the ashlands. What the fuck? Finding suitable corpses in Black Marsh is nearly impossible due to their rapid decay. There are also diseases, Argonian tribesmen, and other difficulties that must be dealt with. I know of only a few slow-eyed necromancers who operate successfully in Black Marsh, and even they stay near the coast. While the forests of elsewhere pose some of the same problems of those of Black Marsh, the deserts preserve corpses for hundreds of years in a way that requires very little preparation. Khajiit of the desert tribes are often buried with only a small cairn of stones, which are easy to find and uncover. The Khajiit show remarkably enlightened indifference to graves being uncovered. It is said that in the port of Senchal, one may purchase anything if one desires. This is true if you desire fresh corpses. While few Bosmer perform Arcade's rituals when burying the dead. You know what's funny, Ghost? There's a parody of the Fantastic Four in the Venture Bros, where all of the Fantastic Four members, except Mr. Fantastic, have like horrific drawbacks to their powers. The Invisible Woman, she can't control when she turns invisible, and only her skin turns invisible. So sometimes she's just a meat woman. The Thing isn't covered in rocks. Those rocks are actually scab tissue, or calluses, and he's covered with 6 inches of it from head to toe, which has cut off the flow of oxygen to his brain, causing his mind to become stunted. And then the Human Torch can catch fire and use fire whenever he wants, but he feels it. Boy, does he feel it. Anyway, while few Bosmer perform Arcade's rituals when burying the dead, the more primitive Bosmer still practice cannibalism upon their enemies, which reduces the number of available corpses. As would be expected from such a backwards people, they have an intolerance of necromancy that goes beyond all reason. Many necromancers who practice our arts in Valenwood become one with the trees themselves. Yeah, of course you do. You're stealing people's corpses. Somerset Isle is even worse in some ways. Some Altmer born into the most respected, noble, and scholarly families are actually allowed to study the dead in the open. Their research, however, seems to be centered on finding ways to extend their lives even further rather than the more practical uses of our art. A necromancer of any other race caught in Somerset Isle can expect the worst possible punishments. Yeah, it's pretty good. In Hammerfell, where the worship of Arcade is strongest, the dead are... Sorry, I was responding to Blue there. I wasn't... You know what's going to be the great thing about having a face cam is you guys will be able to see when I physically see when I look over at chat. In Hammerfall, where the worship of Arcade is strongest, the dead are almost always subject to Arcade's law. There are exceptions after large battles or in remote areas where death occurs far from meddlesome priests. Fortunately, the dangerous terrain and creatures in the deserts and mountains of Hammerfell makes the acquisition of corpses possible, though they are often in poor condition and require special care and preparation. The newly formed Orsinium presents a unique opportunity. As you know, orc corpses are among the most sought after for their durability of their skin and the strength of their bones. If King Gortwog will listen to reason, we could offer the services of our art in defense of his young nation in exchange for disposing of the orcish dead. A mutually beneficial arrangement, as I'm sure the orcs will agree. To this end, a delegation has been sent to Orsinium, though we have not yet heard any word on the state of the negotiations. In my native High Rock, traditions dating back to the Witch Kings and nomadic horsemen mandate cremation of the dead. This is practiced almost without exception in the north. Through an imperial burial in a tomb or city cemetery is more common in the south, though not through. There are still many corpses easily taken from the battlefields of the War of Bettany and the lawless times that followed. There are even rumors that King Gothred of Daggerfall may institute the imperial practice of donating the corpses of criminals for necromantic study as a deterrent to the bandits and pirates that still threaten the Iliac Bay. In Skyrim, the cold weather and isolated terrain allow a few necromancers to operate freely. Alas, the availability of corpses is limited to Nords who die from exposure or in battle. While the cold is preservative, the snow makes these corpses difficult to find. More research dedicated to the magical detection of corpses would be invaluable to the necromancers of Skyrim. The Sload are the most famous necromancers, but little is known of their native Thras. In Tamriel, Sload only practice necromancy on other races. It is uncertain whether this is true in Thras as well. If so, it would explain the number of slaves that are purchased in Tyr by Sload merchants and the rumors of Sload airships carrying corpses from Senchal. Oh man. These difficulties lead many necromancers to create their own corpse. While I prefer to work with those who have died a natural death, a more expedient approach is sometimes necessary to further the study of the art. While the arts of necromancy can be practiced on animals, such experiments rarely produce interesting results. The servant's ability to follow directions seems to be related to the subject's intelligence and life. While raising the corpse of a man, elf, or beastman can produce a useful servant, the corpses of animals produce a mere guard dogs at best. Often a raised animal is unable to distinguish its master from the rest of the living, and many amateur practitioners have been torn apart by animal servants they created. Let such stories be a lesson to you. I gotta check something. Sorry, I was just thinking while I read. I had a sudden epiphany about a thing me and Obi watched. I'm just gonna send this to him in all caps. Never mind. I just realized that we figured it out last night. We were watching this really cool analog horror series, and I think I just figured out what exactly is going on. Alright, that was Corpse Preparation Volume 1, which we're just going to go ahead and put in this box. Volume 2, however, we need to read. And this will be probably the last thing we read before we go and Amazing Digital Circus it up. On the Preparation of the Corpse, Volume 2, The Skeletal Corpse. When raising a skeleton servant, it is most important that the body of the skeleton be complete. If the skeleton is missing crucial bones, the results can be frustrating. One should only attempt to raise skeletons when you are sure that all or nearly all the bones are present. While the magic involved with raising a skeleton will assemble the bones in the proper order, skeletons may be strengthened considerably by the additions of support on their joints. The most common are leather straps that bind the bones together more tightly. Some practitioners also drive metal spikes are between the joints. I think you'll like this Digital Circuit episode, hell yeah. Which is more expensive and time-consuming, but they protect the servant where it is weakest. The details of this are unimportant, as even an amateur can strengthen a skeleton significantly. Only practice will reveal the best methods of binding and reinforcing the skeletal servant. Amateurs often make the mistake of binding the bones too tightly, limiting the skeleton's movement and making it useless. Again, only practice can give the necessary experience in these matters. But I love the fucking world building these books add to this world. Though it is best to err towards tight bindings, one may always loosen them at a later date. One more note to the student. While most undead can be raised again and again, skeletons are often damaged in ways that make raising them again impossible. This is another reason that care should be given to the skeleton's preparation. Too many young necromancers raise every skeleton they see with little or no preparation at all. Given the difficulty of obtaining corpses, this kind of inefficiency cannot be tolerated. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm very much looking forward to it. Good book. Another good book. I never thought about that, like reinforcing the skeletons with bindings or bands to stop it from falling apart on you. Alright, I can't get rid of Divine Metaphysics. That needs to stay in my inventory, or at least stay at my house. So, when I get back to Balmora, I'll drop it off. But yeah, those are the books we read. We'll go ahead and just... Yep, and then we got a few more. We got 37... Alright, I haven't read the first 2 parts of the Mystery of Talara. So, I'll go ahead and read it anyways, because it's the first one I found, but yeah. Amulet of Frost, hell yeah. Alright. No, we were watching. We watched the Godzilla series. Let me tell you the actual series we watched. If you want to check it out, I recommend it. It's very good. We watched two. One was meant for us to kind of just laugh at, but we ended up really liking it. So Project Monster was the Godzilla one, and then let me hop into the lounge chat real quick. The other one we watched last night was called Dog Show, or Dog Nightmare. It was really, really good. I don't want to tell you anything about it other than it involves creepy dog people, and the GIF that Obi posted in the lounge is from it, if you want to get a taste of the creepy factor. But very good. Story from the perspective of a child growing up with her being stalked by a creepy dog-human hybrid. I have not watched Server Bliat yet. Actually, now with all the hype, it'll probably be its own stream. The 36 Lessons of Vivek, Sermon 4. The simulacrum of the Nechimen's wife who carried the egg of Vivek within it. What? Within it, went back to looking for the lands of the Endoral. Along the journey, many more spirits came to see it and offer instructions to its son-daughter. What? The future glorious invisible warrior poet of Vvardenfell, Vivek. Is this fucking thing saying that Vivek was born from a goddamn egg? A troop of spirits called the Lobbyists for the Coincidence Guild appeared. Vivek understood the challenge immediately and said, "The popular notion of God kills happenstance." Wait. The head of the Lobbyists, whose name is forgotten, tried to defend the concept's existence. He said, saying something at the same time can be magical. Vivek knew that to retain his divinity, he would need to make a strong argument against luck. He said, "It is not the sudden revelation of corresponding conditions and disparate elements that gel at the moment of the coincidence. One of the prerequisites to being, in fact, coincidental, synchronicity, comes out of repeated coincidences at the lowest level. Further examination shows it is the utter power of sheer number of coincidences that leads one to the idea that synchronicity is guided by something more than chance. Therefore, synchronicity ends up invalidating the concept of the coincidental, even though they are the symptomatic signs that bring it to the surface." Alex, how to get money? I'm going to sell organs, not mine. Kakyoin, did you lay this egg? Yes, he did. He will fight to defend his egg. Hello, welcome back. Thus was coincidence destroyed in the land of the Velothi. Then an old bone of the earth rose up before the simulacrum of the Nechimen's wife and said, "If you are to be born a ruling king of the world, you must confuse it with new worlds. Set me into pondering." "Very well," Vivek said. "Let me talk to you of the world, which I share with mystery and love. Who is her capital? Have you taken the scenic route of her cameo? I have. Lightly, in secret, missing candles because they are on the untrue side, and run my hand along the edge of a shadow made from 103 divisions of warmth, and left no proof." At this, the old bone folded into itself 20 times until it became akin to milk, which Vivek drank, becoming a ruling king of the world. Okay! King of the world. Finally, the Chancellor of Exactitude appeared, and he was perfect to look upon from every angle. Vivek understood the challenge immediately and said, "Certitude is for the puzzle box, logicians and girls of white glamour who harbor it on their own time. I am a letter written on uncertainty." The Chancellor bowed his head and smiled 50 different and perfect ways at once. He pulled the astrolabe of the universe from its robe and broke it in half, handing both halves to the egg image of Vivek. Yes, I do. You're going to make me take them off, aren't you? Dun, 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 dun. I fear for the person who has to be our Kick moderator, by the way. We have a YouTube moderator and a Twitch moderator, and I plan on getting one for Kick and Picardo as well, Kick, Facebook, and Picardo as well once I... can handle it. Yeah, you think so? Yeah, honestly, I like the games don't even look that good at this point. They don't look that much better than PS4 games. PS4 games to me still don't look that much better than PS3 games, though I feel like I'm overruled in that category. Vivek laughed and said, "Yes, I know. The slave labor of the senses is as selfish as polar ice, and worsens when energies are spent on a life others regard as fortunate. To be a ruling king, I will have to suffer much that cannot be suffered, and to weigh matters that no astrolabe or compass can measure. The ending of the words is Almsidi." I'm gonna wait till you read the next book. What's one more new gen game? I don't think there's gonna be a next gen. I think it's it. I think the Switch 2 is like the last console we're gonna get. I cannot imagine another generation rolling forward. I mean, to be fair, I said that 2 generations ago, so who the fuck cares what I think? The Mystery of Princess Talara, Part 3, by Mereliketh. Norbtooth was leaving his favorite pub in Camlorn, the Breaking Branch, when he heard someone call his name. His was not the sort of name that could be mistaken for another. He turned and saw Lord Errol, the royal battle mage from the palace, emerge from the darkness of the alley. "My lord," said Norbooth with a pleasant smile. I'm surprised to see you out this evening, Norbooth," grinned Lord Errol with a most unpleasant smile. "I have not seen you and your master very much since the millennial celebration. But I understand you have been very busy. What I have been wondering is what you have been busy doing." "Protecting the Imperial interest in Camlorn is busy work, my lord. But I cannot imagine you would be interested in the minutiae of the ambassador's of the ambassador's appointments." "But I am," said the battle mage, "especially as the ambassador had begun acting most mysteriously and most undiplomatically lately. And I understand that he has taken one of the whores from the flower festival into his house. I believe her name is Gyna?" Norbtooth shrugged. "He's in love, I would imagine, my lord. It can make men act very strangely, as I'm sure you've heard before." "Pick him off, Alex." "No!" "She is a most comely wench," laughed Lord Errol. "Have you noticed how much she resembles the late Princess Talara?" "I've only been in Camlord for 15 years, my lord. I never saw her late majesty." Now, I could understand it if he had taken to writing poetry, but what man in love spends his days in the kitchens of the palace talking to old servants? That hardly sounds like molten passion to me, even based on my limited experience. Lord Errol rolled his eyes. "And what is this business he has now in, what is the name of that village?" "Umbington," replied Norbooth, and immediately wished he hadn't. Lord Errol was too canny an actor to reveal it, but Norbooth knew at the pit of his stomach that the battle mage did not even know Lord Strail had left the capital. He had to get away to let the ambassador know. But there was still a game to be carefully played. "He's not leaving for there until tomorrow. I believe it's just to put a stamp on some deed that needs the Imperial seal." "Is that all? How tedious for the poor fellow. I suppose I'll see him when he returns, then." Lord Errol bowed. "Thank you for being so informative. Farewell." I can personally attest, I feel you there, man. The moment the royal battle mage turned the corner, Norbooth leapt onto his horse. He had drunk one of his ales too many, but he knew he must find his way to Umbington before Lord Errol's agents did. He galloped east out of the capital, hoping there were signs along the road. Seated in a tavern that smelled of mildew and sour beer, Lord Strail marveled at how the Emperor's agent Lady Brisiana, yo, nice, always found the most public places for her most private of conferences. It was harvest time in Umbington, and all of the field hands were drinking away their meager wages in the noisiest of fashions. He was dressed appropriately for the venue, rough trousers and a simple peasant's vest, but he still felt conspicuous in comparison to his 2 female companions. He certainly was. The woman to his right was used to frequenting the low places of Daggerfall as a common prostitute. Lady Brisiana to his left was even more clearly in her element. "By what name would you prefer I call you?" Lady Brisiana asked solicitously. I am used to the name Gyna, though that may have to change," was her reply. "Of course, it may not. Gyna the whore may be the name written on my grave." Good night, Console. Thanks for being here. Huh. Thank you for being so informative does not sound trustworthy. I agree. I agree. I will see to it that there is no attempt on your life like that of the Flower Festival. Lord Strail frowned. But without the Emperor's help, I won't be able to protect you forever. The only permanent solution is to capture those who will do you harm and then raise you to a proper station. Do you believe my story? Gaina turned to Lady Brisciana. I have been the Emperor's chief agent in High Rock for many years now, and I have heard few stranger tales. If your friend the Ambassador hadn't investigated and discovered what he has, I would have discovered you outright as a madwoman. Brisciana laughed, forcing a smile on Gaina's face to match. But now, yes, I do believe you. Perhaps that makes me the madwoman. Will you help us? Asked Lord Strail simply. It is a tricky business interfering in the affairs. It is a tricky business interfering in the affairs of the provincial kingdoms. Lady Brisciana looked in the depths of her mug thoughtfully. Unless there is a threat to the Empire itself, we find it best not to meddle. What we have in your case is a very messy assassination that happened 20 years ago, and its aftermath. If His Imperial Majesty involved himself in every bloody hiccup in the succession, in each of his 1,000 vassal kingdoms, he would never accomplish anything for the greater good of Tamriel. I understand, murmured Gaina. When I remembered everything, who I was and what happened to me, I resolved to do nothing about it. In fact, I was leaving Camlorn and going back to Daggerfall when I saw Lord Strail again. He was the one who began this quest to resolve this, not me, and when he brought me back, I only wanted to see my cousin to tell her who I was, but he forbade me. It would have been too dangerous, growled Strail. We still don't know the depths of the conspiracy. Perhaps we never will. I'm sorry. I always find myself giving long explanations to short questions. When Lord Strail asked if I'm sorry. I always find myself giving long explanations to short questions. When Lord Strail asked if I would help, I should have begun by saying, yes. Lady Brisciana laughed at the change in Lord Strail and Gaina's impressions. I will help you, of course, but for this to turn out well, you must accomplish 2 things to the Emperor's satisfaction. First, you must prove with absolute certainty who is the power behind this plot you've uncovered. You must get someone to confess. And secondly, said Lord Strail, nodding, we must prove that this is a matter worthy of His Imperial Majesty's consideration, and not merely a minor local concern. Lord Strail, Lady Brisciana, and the woman who called herself Gaina discussed how to accomplish their goals for a few hours more. When it was agreed what had to be done, Lady Brisciana took her leave to find her ally Prosecus Strail, and Gaina set off to the west, toward Camlorn. It was not long after beginning their ride through the woods that they heard the sound of galloping hoofbeats far up ahead. Lord Strail unsheathed his sword and signaled for Gaina to position her horse behind him. At that moment they were attacked on all sides. It was an ambush. 8 men, armed with axes, had been lying in wait. Lord Strail quickly yanked Gaina from her horse, pulling her behind him. He made a brief deft motion with his hands. A ring of flame materialized around them and rushed outwards, striking their assailants. The men roared in pain and dropped to their knees. Lord Strail jumped the horse over to the closest one and galloped at full speed westward. I thought you were an ambassador, not a mage, laughed Gaina. I still believe there are times for diplomacy, replied Lord Strail. The horse and rider they had heard before met them on the road. It was Norbuth. My lord, it's the royal battle mage. He found out you two were in Umbington. With considerable ease. With considerable ease, I might add. Lord Errol's voice boomed out of the woods. Norbuth, Gaina, and Lord Strail scanned the dark trees, but they showed nothing. The battle mage's voice seemed to emanate from everywhere and nowhere. I'm sorry, my lord, groaned Norbuth. I tried to warn you as soon as I could. In your next life, perhaps you'll remember not to trust your plans to a drunkard, laughed Lord Errol. He had them in his sight, and the spell was unleashed. Norbuth saw him first, by the light of the ball of fire that leapt from his fingertips. Later, Lord Errol was to wonder to himself what the fool had intended to do. Perhaps he was rushing forward to pull Lord Strail out of the path. Perhaps he was trying to flee the path of destruction, and had simply moved left when he should have moved right. Perhaps, as unlikely as it seemed, he was willing to sacrifice himself to save his master. Whatever the reason, the result was the same. He got in the way. There was an explosion of energy that filled the night, and an echoing boom that shook birds from the trees for a mile around. On the few square feet where Norbooth and his horse had stood, there was nothing but black glass. They had been reduced to less than vapor. Gaina and Lord Strail were thrown back. Their horse, when it recovered its senses, galloped away as fast as it could. In the lingering, glowing aura of the spell's detonation, Lord Strail looked straight into the woods and into the wide eyes of the battle mage. "Damn!" said Lord Errol, and began to run. The ambassador jumped to his feet and pursued. "That was an expensive use of magicka, even for you," said Lord Strail as he ran. "Don't you know well enough not to use ranged spells unless you are certain your target won't be blocked?" "I never thought... That idiot!" Lord Errol was struck from behind and knocked to the wet forest floor before he had a chance to finish his lamentation. "It doesn't matter what you thought," said Lord Strail calmly, flipping the battle mage around and pinning his arms to the ground with his knees. "I am not a battle mage, but I knew enough to use my entire reserve... not to use my entire reserve on your little ambush. Perhaps it's a matter of philosophy. As a government agent, I feel inclined towards conservatism." "What are you going to do?" whimpered Lord Errol. "Norbooth was a good man, one of the best, and so I'm going to hurt you quite a lot." The ambassador made a slight movement and his hands began to glow brightly. "That's a certainty. How much more I'm going to hurt you after that depends on what you tell me. I want to hear about the former Duke of Aloyne." "What do you want to know?" Lord Errol screamed. "Let's start with everything," replied Lord Strail with perfect patience. This is kinky. This is very kinky. I thought it was cool, but I mean, hell yeah, we can go with that angle too. Knees on the chest, pinning the man down to the ground, pushing his face into the mud as you demand things of him. Biting your lip. Alright, I'll stop. We got Trauma Root, Red Lichen. Take that shit, and we're going. Hop, 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 hop. We're gonna rest here. And we're gonna quick save here, and we're gonna pause this. And actually, we're gonna go ahead and quit out because I don't want the sound distracting me. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just exit the game here. It is circus time. Worry not, my friend, for it is circus time. I mean, I didn't exactly get... Oh shit, new Snipe and Whip video. Hell yeah. Hold up. I just want to make sure this is in my history. And I should probably ping... It's episode 5, right? Fucking first video recommended. At here. I'm gonna reply to my own stream and then do at here. It's circus time. There we go. That should get people's attention. Hold up. Before we start, I gotta send a message. Okay. It's circus time, friends. Alright, looking good. Hey, it's Zooble.
Welcome back, my candy hearts and paper flowers!
Well, that sure could have gone better. But I'm sure the next adventure will be less... what?
God, the lighting is so much better.
Oh, yeah, of course. Wait, what?
What?
Looks like that oh-so-positive Ragatha charm is starting to wear off, huh?
Yeah. Bees, bees, bees.
Oh, Zooble, you mismatched cash piano, I'll tear you to pieces! Constructive criticism would be greatly appreciated.
Watch out for Bubble.
Everybody besides Zooble, get over here! Everyone, I'm going to pitch to you some future adventure ideas.
Bees.
And I'm going to ask
Bees
you
and bees.
your honest opinions on them.
I was gonna sleep.
All right, so I've got an adventure where you all tour my amazing magic chocolate factory and get killed off one by one from OSHA violations. One where a sentient cardiovascular system goes to war against the United States military, and one where you have to survive in a post-apocalyptic nuclear wasteland with a telepathic talking dog who's...
Hey, dog meat reference. Original dog meat reference.
That sounds a little dark.
Dark?
I can't tell a compelling story where nothing bad happens. Where's the intrigue, the stakes?
Not to mention the sex appeal.
Damn, Bubble.
What are you talking about?
You know, you could always try the suggestion box again. I honestly didn't hate the last one we did with it.
You... didn't hate it?
It was kind of refreshing doing something grounded in reality.
Yeah, I really didn't mind that one either.
Hell yeah.
What about the rest of you?
I very much did not enjoy that
back
one
on.
in the slightest. If we ever do anything,
Are they referring to the restaurant?
I'm getting violent.
Oh shit, did I switch this over, or is it just a slideshow right now? Okay, no, it's not just a slideshow, thank god.
Well, how
Yeah, they all look
about
very
this,
different.
Everybody, if you all like different things.
Maybe just keep your adventures open at all times and let us do whatever we want when we want.
Are you hearing this, Bubble? The Toy Box character wants us to leave the other intelligent AIs to run for a prolonged period of time.
Disgusting.
Am I not supposed to be hearing you?
Zippy!
What did you even zip up?
No, I gotta go back, because he mentioned the AIs.
Prolonged period box character wants us to leave the other intelligent
Okay, so he is an AI, alright.
prolonged
Fuck.
period of time.
Damn.
Disgusting.
Am I not supposed to be hearing you?
Zippy!
What did you even zip up? I don't have a mouth.
Okay, well, how about this? We'll do a lightning round, going through all the suggestions in the suggestion box in rapid succession. And if you don't like one, you can all vote to skip it.
What? Like, now?
That's right. So grab your bones and pop your pansies, cause here we go!
We just finished an adventure!
I was gonna sleep! Poor Jax.
Oh wait, I know what this is.
Oh, I swear to God, if this is one of your suggestions.
Hi everyone! In today's episode of Poach Everything, I'm going to be hunting the critically endangered red ribbon rhinoceros. Just like
Hot.
delicious meat. One down, 4 to go.
All right, I'm calling a vote.
She's a paw.
Jack's a vegan for the rest of the day.
You can't do that. What do you mean you can do that?
Sorry, Jax, democracy has spoken.
Damn.
Democracy sucks.
Wait, what?
Need Jax to eat me.
I thought a position of power suited you.
Oh my God, are these all gonna be Jax's ideas?
President Pomni, hell yeah.
Well, Miss President, it looks like there are some new developments in the ongoing war between Australia and New Zealand. We may need to take in some refugees. What do you think?
Well, how do you know what to do? What?
Didn't you get the brief?
I am just being here.
You're doing great, Pomni.
Come down here for a sec. We all got briefs on our characters. I'm your assistant.
Is that a
Baby headlamp?
Didn't you get
Face
that too?
Jax,
I figured
right?
We're all on the same page here, but if not, you're gonna have to tap into those golden improv skills.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh yeah, I didn't give you one because I wanted to see what you do.
Thanks, Jax. Appreciate it.
I like Pomni in the suit. It looks good.
Oi, mate! I'm an Australian extremist, and I've come to detonate this bomb that'll release all the world's deadliest spiders into... Did I pick a bad time?
His acting is phenomenal. It's hard to believe he's vegan.
We all like Kinger.
President Pomni, I believe you can do this.
There's centipedes in there too.
Just be sure you know what you're doing.
Okay, well, which wire do
I'd throw it at
Follow
Jax.
your heart.
You stay out of this. Shouldn't you be arrested or something?
Hey, I'm on your side here.
You're literally not.
Come on, just pick your favorite color.
Like the red one?
I'd personally go with blue. Blue's my favorite color, it being closest to black and all.
Wouldn't black be your favorite color then?
Well, no, there's no black wire.
Hi!
That's fair.
I'm a New Zealand extremist, and...
This is so cute. I love this. Oh man. Yeah? You wanna run that one by me again? Yo! Can the whole show look like this forever? Look at fucking Parliament! Hold up. She looks so good! Jax looks good too. They all look good. Oh, these two really look great though. These two are peak. Ragatha and Pomni look the best. Oh, the colors are so nice. I love the bolo tie and Kinger.
I don't like this. Can it? At least we finally have one that's by someone else.
Eat skek, eat skek, eat skek, punch, punch forever.
Back in school.
Just give it a chance, Jax. Jeez.
There's nothing wrong with your suggestion.
How did you know this was my suggestion?
Can you believe this, Pomni? First she draws anime, now she drags us all into one. She must be one of them, losers.
You threw me out of a moving truck.
All right, class.
Yeah, I love
We're
that.
gonna learn
Fuck
a
you,
popular
dude.
foreign language known as English.
This is boring. I vote we skip it.
Shut up. We're not skipping it.
Slice of life animes are the worst ones. It's
Agreed. No, I'm kidding. I don't hate them. I just
It's not as embarrassing as that time Gangle took an anime figure and...
That's fine. No, let's skip this one.
I hope the art style keeps changing. I love that shit. Ooh. I actually really like the last one. Slice of life can be good, yeah. But you'll notice that almost all the slice of life anime I recommended are like horrific.
I guess so, but I prefer a little bite to my adventures.
Then why don't you help yourself to a sandwich?
Here.
Thanks.
These are the VR chat worlds I love most.
You think Gangle is actually capable of being happy?
Yes.
What?
I don't know, like her comedy mask still breaks every day. Does she think hanging out with Zuko?
Right? Most slice of life anime that I love are like about other stuff. Like my two favorites are Watamote and Welcome to the NHK, and NHK hardly counts.
About what other people like.
I just... No, yeah, you're right.
Let's back that up, actually. I want to hear what he has to say.
I think Gangle is actually capable of being happy?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know, like her comedy mask still breaks every day. Does she think hanging out with Zubul is gonna magically fix that?
Maybe. She just doesn't want to hang out with someone who's mean to her all the time.
She likes when I'm mean to her, though.
I didn't think you cared about what other people like.
I just...
Yeah, I clocked him. I fucking clocked him perfectly.
Do you have any actual friends?
Not anymore. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. I wasn't talking
Oh, that was juicy. I just threw a straw I can't throw. Liara, sorry. This is one of Dad's good straws. You can't do it. I'm gonna be coming over to visit tonight. Excited? Right, back to the amazing digital circumcision.
That wasn't... Oh. Well,
I don't. Oh.
I didn't think you cared about what other people like.
I just... No, yeah, you're right. I don't.
Don't worry about it.
Do you have any actual friends?
Not anymore.
Oh, the genuine
Wait,
fucking
no.
rage.
I'm sorry. I wasn't talking about... That wasn't meant to be... Hey, Kinger!
Oh shit, I'm feeling it!
It's all the way over there?
What was that about?
It's nothing. Who cares?
It's the most interesting
Doesn't
thing
she get
in
on
this
your nerves
episode.
sometimes?
I mean, she's nice to everyone.
I don't know. I think she tries way too hard. Like, we're stuck in... Why are you always pretending everything's always fine? Like, if you tell someone they're loved and appreciated every day, it just kind of loses all meaning. It just feels like she's trying to take advantage of you, you know? I don't know. Also, she's dumb and she looks weird.
Think we all look weird.
Excuse you. This is what peak male performance looks like. My ears and tail are kind of the pinnacle of masculinity.
You don't have a tail.
What are you talking about? Yes, I do. It's what the? Where's my tail? How long have I not had my tail?
I have never seen you with a tail.
When would that...
Why aren't you subbed, though? Because I don't really watch the other stuff.
They look happy.
They do, don't they?
You think after this, maybe we could...
Wait a minute! That's a bad thing!
Explain to Daddy Bubble how bad thing.
I think that...
Don't say that.
I think they're enjoying the suggestion box adventures more than the me adventures. What should
Yeah.
I do?
You should die. You should throw a beach party.
Why do you swear now? Ugh, forget it. Let's go to an intermission.
Intermission time.
How did the hair end up in my mouth? Yeah, I'm grooving. Paint on that Walter Blue Sky. Right. Yes, Liara.
Kane, what are we doing right now?
We're intermissioning!
Why? Hello?
And now back to the show.
Hey, this would be my shit. Hell yeah.
Give me a whiskey sour, but hold the egg white, since I'm a vegan. What? I hate this! How is this even possible? I thought Kane couldn't...
I could have made it way worse for you.
Well, I'm calling a vote to turn Zubul into a slug.
Everyone voted against that.
Who hate it?
Oh shit, look at Ragatha!
Hey guys.
Liara made Alex miss something important. What did I miss? Hold up. Fall back. Intermissioning. Oh. Jackson. The Froggy Room. Interesting.
Kane, what are we doing right now?
We're
Frogdor.
intermissioning!
Frogdor was a man. He was a dragon man.
Kane couldn't...
I could have made it way worse for you.
Well, I'm calling a vote to turn
Frogerton.
Zubul into a slug.
Meh, 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 meh.
Everyone voted against that.
Who hate it?
I hate it.
Woo! It's raining like the dick.
I think this is the first episode I've liked him in.
I'll have a cosmopolitan.
Give me a corncob blitz.
I'll throw something together.
You know your way around alcohol, huh?
Yeah, this was one of my suggestions.
Hell yeah.
At a bar briefly. I like making drinks.
That sounds fitting for you.
I know there's an implication there, but I can't be f***ed to figure it out.
So, Pomni, you ever have any jobs? Or are you too young for that?
I'm 25 years old. And yeah, I was an accountant for a supermarket chain.
A supermarket? How'd you end up here?
Well, I sometimes got bored of things, and I would seek out mild thrills, like exploring abandoned buildings, you know, and posting videos of it online.
Ah, YouTuber.
Not really. Nobody watched them. It was just something I did for me.
I sometimes did that. I
Hell
wouldn't
yeah.
report it, though. Here's your Cosmo.
Thanks.
This is great.
Something.
You'd know all about that.
Just
wouldn't you?
characterization.
I thought you'd never ask. Well, after my lung cancer diagnosis, me and my junkie associate from a chemistry
Weird. How about you, gang?
Hey, I wasn't done.
If you're gonna make shit up, at least be creative about it. I know what you're referencing.
Was that a reference to something?
I worked in fast food.
You've done more than that. What about your art?
I was in community college for graphic design, but I dropped out. I didn't really pursue art much after that.
Hey, I'm always down to make art together if you want.
Oh, I didn't know you were an artist too, Zubal.
Yeah, I was a tattoo artist for a couple years.
A bartender and a tattoo artist? You're killing me here, Zuby.
What do you mean when you say that? Do you have, like, an actual point, or are you just talking?
I'm just having fun. I forgot you hate fun.
Fun isn't the thing I hate.
I guess I'll go now. Oh, jeez, where to start?
By the way, like, I wish, like, I don't dress like this, but if I were to describe anything, I dress very plainly because I'm not very, wealthy. Don't have a lot of money to buy the clothes I want to buy or look the way I want to look. If I were to describe anything as my aesthetic, it would be this. This shit right here is so good. He was alright in the restaurant episode. He's always been my least favorite character.
Large property with horses and chickens, and my mother, well, my mother was a lot. I worked in real estate for a bit until I ended up here. I'm sure she doesn't miss me. I certainly don't miss the yelling, and the braiding, and guilt tripping.
No, I mean this entire scene. When I say, I guess what the ideal is, like, if I were to say this is my aesthetic, it would be like, I dress this way or I look this way, right? But I don't have the capabilities to do that at the moment or ever. So for me personally, what I'm saying is, if I were to dress a certain way, if I were to look a certain way, if I were to be a certain place, if I had an infinite budget, it would look exactly like this. Like, I love the neo-noir aesthetic, the combination of black and white with vibrant colors, the Sin City, Mad World, those are the big two to come to mind. The Sin City / Mad World aesthetic. It's so everything to me. It's like it's my favorite look, If I were to be a certain style, it'd be this. This is my aesthetic. And drink. I love drinking too. I love drinks. I want to actually get a minibar for my house. It's funny.
And no point in asking Kinger, because there's no way he remembers anything.
Never better.
Do you guys know about his wife?
Huh?
My what? Oh.
Good job. That's awesome that she actually put the effort in to make it.
What?
That's disappearing guy. That's just what he does.
I see. From a previous adventure?
Yeah, God, Pomni, you didn't know that?
I'm ignoring you.
By the way, Pomni, sorry about the whole president thing. I just thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, you're totally right. You're totally right.
Just ignore him.
Apology accepted, I guess.
Wow, the first steps of a budding friendship, right, Ragatha?
Hey, Pomni. Remember when Kaufmo smashed me against the walls and I got all jumbled up? All things considered, that was pretty funny, right?
No, it was traumatizing.
Oh, yeah, no. Sorry, that was probably pretty traumatic for you.
Oh, remember when you got high at McDonald's and told Gangle to kill herself? No, that was funny.
What? I did not say that. I think. No, of course I didn't. And I am still so sorry about that, Gangle. I would never have said anything like that if I didn't get that stupid sauce in my eye.
Jeez, Raggy, just let yourself be mean sometimes. It's funny.
Yeah, constantly tormenting Gangle's really funny, Jax.
You guys all take this place way too seriously. What is this? Why'd you do that? Can you get that thing away from me?
Are you afraid of corn?
No. Who's afraid of corn?
David Lynch.
board. Let's go to the next adventure.
What? You're not even a
Garmin Botsia.
It's softball, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, we're doing this now?
Beautiful night for a game, right, Bubble? We've got the Big Tops playing against the evil Big Tops.
Oh, okay, that's where it came from.
I'm evil Pomni.
It's fancy.
I'm evil Ragatha.
It's Comrade.
Coach Dictator here.
Me.
Hi, guys. I'm Evil Jax.
Blue. Why is Orbsman here? Bazooble? I like that.
Why don't I get an evil clone?
But first,
Why, yeah, why is it just Orbsman?
here to sing the American national anthem.
Free bird!
Oh, say.
Why is there a centipede?
All right, team. I may not know what's going on, or who is going on, or when is going on, or why is
They
going
should just put a
on.
bucket on his head.
I do know where is going on, and it's out on that field. So let's go break some tailbones, team.
Pomni looks the best in every outfit she's in.
Guys, I hope we all have a fun game, no matter who ends up winning. I want to kill that guy.
Me too.
No, stupid Gatha. I hope you're ready to get completely annihilated.
I don't know. None of them are reminded me of you.
But he loves you and you're going to die someday. We can't exactly die. It's like the whole thing here.
Yeah, what's happening to your real body right now?
Huh?
I love Orbsman.
Check this
Evil Orbsman.
out. You're out, dumb.
Damn it.
Ha! Get owned!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ah, she's cool. Wait, what's that? What the heck? Who did this? You!
This is him choosing violence.
I can't, don't wanna, look white.
You look great, dude.
No.
Seems fitting for you, though. I figured you'd be into this.
What does that mean? What's that supposed to mean?
I'm just having fun. I forgot you.
Screw it, you get Evil
I don't
Orbsman.
wanna wear this.
I have never seen you this upset about something.
Jax! Bat!
I'm gonna kill you when this is over.
Let's see what you're made
Of course there is.
Shut up! Don't worry. I think you look good. I don't want to hear that. I want you dead. Well, guess there's no more ball.
Oh God, no, that's gonna hurt.
Hey!
Sorry, Zooble. It's just the perfect regulation softball size. We're not playing baseball here. Wait, Jack! Where is going
Gator
on?
goo! Gator goo! Did you see that shit?
Wait!
It's gummy goo Gatorade. That's awesome. This show's so fucking. This is the funniest episode. This is great.
Can't believe I hit it right to her. I'm supposed to be better than that. Sorry. I should be a better sport.
Not to, like, agree with Jax or anything, but there's nothing wrong with showing your negative emotions. That's pretty normal.
I don't know.
It's a hard thing to wrap your mind around. Yeah.
I think we all need to be a jerk sometimes.
Maybe. Who knows?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, TJ. Where is he?
Oh,
Jax, we have a ball now. What are you doing?
See ya.
They're gonna hook up. They're gonna fucking. He's gonna ream Evil Pomni.
Whoops, I missed. Oh darn, I'm out.
Having fun?
Oh, you know it.
Where is he?
Angle's up to bat. How do you think this is gonna go?
Would you stop trying to force her to act like you?
Oh yeah, I should force her to be happy all the time instead, right?
Well, it's better than turning her into some insensitive jerk who deflects everything.
I can think for myself, guys.
Hey, I ain't forcing anything on you.
And then you just act like you never do anything wrong and everybody loves you, when in reality you just f everything up for everyone else.
Okay, let's, like, calm down a bit.
What? You're the one who said it's fine to be a jerk sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Pomni. That wasn't very cool of me.
It's fine.
No apologies for me? This is so sad.
I'm sorry, Jax. For bringing up that thing earlier.
This is so fucking good.
So, you wanna...
Nah, man. Evil Pomni's a power bottom.
I'm in a maid outfit. What do you think?
She's gonna shit talk you while you got her in missionary.
So, how's the game going?
Corn thing, that's great.
Gangle hit a home run.
Really?
Yeah, your instructions helped me a lot.
Huh.
Hell yeah.
Can you give me my eye back? Joke's on you. I've already forgotten what you're talking about.
Wowee! Another home run!
God damn it!
What?
I like Evil Kinger.
Nice going, Zubul. All right, Pomni, you're up.
Hey, Ragatha. You wanna bat for me instead?
I guess I could. If you really don't want to.
Think of it as a second chance to show him who's boss.
Yeah.
Bazowie Zoo-Weewa! Another home run! And that makes 3 home runs in a row! Big Tops win!
Yay.
That's not how softball works.
Well, that's how my softball works. We're done. Hooray!
Man, we didn't even get to bat.
I like Evil Pomni. I mean, I like all the characters, honestly.
You did it, Ragatha! We won!
I mean, I guess.
Good job. Whatever you did.
Huh? Oh yeah, good job, team.
Huh?
Am I doing coke?
Cool.
No, I have allergies.
Oh hey! Wait, what are you...
Oh, she's trying to hide it from her.
That suggestion box.
Oh, please tell me. God damn it, it's almost over? Oh, no, I need more of this. Like, I want more time with these characters.
Not fun at all, and Kane's ideas are much better.
Well,
This episode was great.
I kinda liked the low stakes.
Letting characters just chill and talk to each other.
The rest, Oh yeah, Pomni. I can show you that thing in the hall I was talking about.
Oh yeah, sure.
No, I just have allergies. I don't think I could ever do cocaine. The high for cocaine seems to be too good for me. I used to have a really bad caffeine addiction. Oh, it's the disappearing guy. Okay, he's creepy and everything. The bloodshot eyes. Oh, is it a two-parter? Yeah, it must be a two-parter. Hey, I love the Jax. Can I get these on Amazon? Cause I'll buy some of them. Ba-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na. God, Gooseworks has come so far. I'm so proud of them. I remember when they were just making Undertale covers. That was the best episode. That was so fucking good. Hey, let's check this out. Let's see what's going on with this guy. God, Gooseworks has come so far. I'm so proud of them. I remember he really has. Yeah, I used to do Undertale covers. This guy knows too. Isn't that crazy? His singing's fucking terrible, though. That was the best episode. That was so fucking good. Right? Wasn't it? Check this out. Let's see what's going on with this guy. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, he's checking out another streamer. Gooseworks has come so far. I'm so proud of them. I remember he really has. Yeah, I used to do Undertale covers. Oh, these guys both know about Gooseworks too? Yeah, I guess I had one more fans earlier on than I thought. That's crazy. That was so fucking good. Yeah, we should really stop talking about banging Jax in chat. Oh, he's checking out another streamer. Oh, a new streamer. Na 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 na. He really has. The singing's alright. All these guys both know about Gooseworks too? Yeah, I guess I had way more fans earlier on than I thought. That's crazy. That was so fucking good. Yeah, we should really stop talking about banging jacks in chat. Oh, they're talking about banging jacks in chat too, guys. Isn't that nuts? Oh, a new streamer. It's like we share a stream or something. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I'm a way better singer than that guy. That's crazy. Inception, Alex. Yeah, we should really stop talking about banging jacks in chat. Oh, they're talking about banging jacks in chat too, guys. Isn't that nuts? Everyone just wants to bang jacks now. That's just what this episode is about. It's crazy. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Way better singer than that guy. Yeah, right? Isn't he terrible? Alex. Yeah, we should really stop talking about banging jacks. Why is his window so small? Everyone just wants to bang jacks now. That's just what this episode is about. I don't think I'm not really sexually interested in jacks at all. Na 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 na. Yeah, right? Isn't he terrible? I think he's alright. Why is his window so small? Everyone just wants to bang. Like the standards are so low on Twitch and YouTube. People jacks at all. Like it's great. Na 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 na. You're right. Isn't he terrible? Hey, I can't see any messages in his chat. Where are those messages coming from? Why is his window so small? They have someone named Mothboy too? Really? Like the standards are so low on Go to them, Blue. YouTube. People jacks at all. Like na 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 na. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't see any messages in his chat. Where are those messages coming from? Why is his window so small? They have someone named Mothboy too? Really? Like the standards are so low on I'm honestly waiting for one of you guys to get tired of it. I'm gonna put some water beer back. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't see any messages in his chat. Where are those messages coming from? Why is his window so small? They have someone named Mothboy too? Really? Like the standards are so low on I'm honestly waiting for one of you guys to get tired of it. I'm gonna put some water beer back. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't see any messages in his chat. Where are those messages coming from? Why is his window so small? They have someone named Mothboy too? Really? Like the standards are so low on I'm honestly waiting for one of you guys to get tired of it. When he can't see the circus. Oh, that guy's gonna go get some water too. I hope he doesn't. We don't have to stay for too long in silence. Na 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 na. Mama ain't raised no quitter. I'm honestly waiting for one of you guys to get tired of it. When he can't see the circus. I can see it. It's just really small. I hope he doesn't. We don't have to stay for too long in silence. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I'm waiting to see how small it can get. I'm actually getting confused. What are you confused about, Galactic Traveler? It's really small. I hope he doesn't. We don't have to stay for too long. It's clearly just me. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I'm waiting to see how small it can get. I'm actually getting confused. What are you actually getting confused about, Traveler? It's really small. It's crazy. It's clearly just me. Yeah, it's just me, obviously. Na 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 na. Let's see how long this repeats. I'm waiting to see how small it can get. I'm actually getting confused. How much is I have come to pay? Yeah, what are you confused about, man? That's crazy. It's clearly just me. Yeah, it's just me, obviously. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. If we do this enough times, it'll just turn into white noise. Oh god, the Miku's there now! Oh Jesus! Jesus, TJ, what have you done? Yeah, it's just me, obviously. If we do this enough times, it'll just turn into white noise. Oh god, the Miku's there now! Oh Jesus! Oh no! Jesus, TJ, what have you done? That's just me. It was you. Oh my god. And blue. Na 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 na. Oh god, it's starting to hurt. Oh Jesus. Oh no. Oh god. It was you. Oh my god. And blue. Na 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 na. I'll be right back. I gotta go make sure I actually put water in the coffee pot. Oh god. It was you. Oh my god. How long do we keep going? I can still see the circus. Na 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 na. Oh god. It's a Miku symphony. Oh my god, the looping sound. How long do we keep going? You can still see the colors. Na 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 na. Oh god. Could you imagine being the guy who clicks on this? It's a Miku symphony. Oh my god, we're losing it. You can still see the colors. Na 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 na. Could you imagine being the guy who clicks on this? Like after a certain point, it'll just burrow through reality, and we'll all be able to enter the screen. Still see the colors. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Like after a certain point, it'll just I can't tell which one's the real Alex now. It's like 3 pixels wide. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Point, it'll just I can't tell which one's the real Alex now. It's like 3 pixels wide. Na 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 na. This is the playlist. They're all playing at once. Na 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 na. I can't tell which one's the real Alex. Hey boss, this is some dumb shit, ain't it? For real. It's like 3 pixels wide. Na 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 na. This is modern art. This is the playlist. They're all playing at once. Na 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 na. We're just gonna hold nice with each other. That's how we do it. This is some dumb shit, ain't it? For real. It's like 3 pixels wide. Na 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 na. This is modern art. This is the playlist. They're all playing at once. By the gods, hey Witty. Na 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 na. Hold nice with each other. That's how we do it. This is some dumb shit, ain't it? For real. It's like 3 pixels wide. This is modern art. You missed some shit. This is modern art. This is the playlist. By the gods, hey Witty. Na 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 na. It's fun to sing with people. This is art 1, the same level as Plato's allegory of the cave. You missed some shit. This is modern art. By the gods, hey Witty. Who imprisoned you in this limbo? Na 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 na. Myself. This is art 1. I clicked on my own stream on YouTube as a joke, and now we're stuck. Oh god. I think the loops are getting tighter. Soon we'll be able to see the future. Who imprisoned you in this limbo? Myself. This is art 1. I clicked on my own stream on YouTube as a joke. And I'm so overstimulated. I'm like rocking in my chair right now. Oh my god, my head hurts. Na 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 na. I'm not even high. I'm stone sober right now. I'm like, I'm so overstimulated. I'm like rocking in my chair right now. God, this is too much. Oh my god, my head hurts. Oh, fuck. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I'm stone sober right now. We will see the future. Rocking in my chair right God, now. This is too much. Oh. Oh. Na 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 na. I'm stone sober right now. We will see the future. Oh. Oh God, am I dead? Na 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 na. We will see the future. We need to add to this. We need to add something to this. Oh God, am I dead? This needs music. We need to add to this. We need to add something to this. Oh God, am I dead? This needs music. I think this was a mistake! Why did I do this? I'm twitching. I think this was a mistake. Kane just locked me in a room. He didn't like me. I'm twitching. Kane just locked me in a room. He didn't like me. We all laugh together. Liara's like, Dad, are you okay? What the fuck? We all laugh together. Beep 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 beep. His name is Legion. Beep 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 beep. I just realized how, like, I'm so off key on my beeps, but now I'm stuck. I'm stuck with them. I just realized how, like, I'm so off key on my beeps, but now I'm stuck. I'm stuck with them. This is pretty crazy, not gonna lie. Yes! Oh, that's loud too. not gonna lie. I could just sit here silently. Jeez. Oh god. If it didn't get any lower, this would just turn into white noise after a certain point. Oh god. I can just sit here silently. Jeez. Oh god. If it didn't get any lower, this would just turn into white noise after a certain point. Oh god, it's starting again! Oh god. I gotta change it. I gotta change it. I gotta pick something less annoying. Just sit here silently. Jeez. Oh god. Here we are. This is gonna be a lot less annoying. Turn into white noise after a certain point. Oh god, it's starting again! Oh god. I gotta change it. I gotta change it. I gotta pick something less annoying. That's better. Here we are. This is gonna be a lot less annoying. Oh, that's like ear piercing. Oh, good lord. I gotta turn that down. Hello. That's better. This is gonna be a lot less annoying. I think this was a mistake. Oh, that's like ear piercing. Oh, good lord. I'm just imagining a guy trying to play a flute being repeatedly electrocuted. I think this was a mistake. Oh, that's like ear piercing. Oh, good lord. I'm just imagining a guy trying to play a flute being repeatedly electrocuted. I'm starting to think your entire bloodline was a mistake. Which one's the real one? I'm the real one, obviously. I'm starting to think your entire bloodline was a mistake. Which one's the real one? I'm the real one, obviously. My ancestors are smiling me on. My ancestors are smiling upon me, Imperial. Can you say the same? I'm the real one, obviously. My ancestors are smiling me on. My ancestors are smiling upon me, Imperial. Can you say the same? I'm the real one, obviously. My ancestors are smiling upon me, Imperial. Can you stay the same? Good shit. I'm getting so overstimulated. Only 6 minutes left, don't worry. I'm gonna do this to the 3-hour mark, because this is just goofy as hell. How would your Morrowind stream go, Alex? Oh yeah, we basically just... We faced 2 mirrors against each other, sat in between them, and screamed for an hour. I'm getting so overstimulated. Only 6 minutes left, don't worry. I'm gonna do this to the 3-hour mark, because this is just goofy as hell. How would your Morrowind stream go, Alex? Oh yeah, we basically just... We faced 2 mirrors against each other, sat in between them, and screamed for an hour. Only 6 minutes left. I'm gonna do this to the 3-hour mark, because this is just goofy as hell. How would your Morrowind stream go, Alex? Oh yeah, we basically just... We faced 2 mirrors against each other. Now I'm gonna turn the song off and just listen to it raw. I can't even see the circus anymore. Yeah, I can see the sound alerts popping up along the corridor. You gotta stretch, by the way. Ah, thank you. We faced 2 mirrors against each Now I'm gonna turn the song off and just listen to it raw. I can't even see the circus anymore. Yeah, I can see the sound alerts popping up along the corridor. Look, I like seeing the mouse. I like seeing the mouse dance between screens. It's really cool. Going raw. Now I'm gonna turn the song off and just listen to it raw. I can't even see the circus anymore. Yeah, I can see the sound alerts popping up along the corridor. Look, I like seeing the mouse. I like seeing the mouse dance between screens. It's really cool. Going raw. Now I'm gonna turn the song off and just listen to it raw. I can't even see the circus anymore. Yeah, I can see the sound alerts popping up along the corridor. Look, I like seeing the mouse. I like seeing the mouse dance between screens. It's really cool. Going raw. Now I'm gonna turn the song off and just listen to it raw. I can't even see the circus anymore. Yeah, I can see the sound alerts popping up along the corridor. Look, I like seeing the mouse. I like seeing the mouse dance between screens. It's really cool. Going raw. Now I'm gonna turn the song off and just listen to it raw. I can't even see the circus anymore. Yeah, I can see the sound alerts popping up along the corridor. Look, I like seeing the mouse. I like seeing the mouse dance between screens. It's really cool. I think that right there, that like line of 3 pixels, is the circus. You can barely see it lighting up every few seconds. Oh wait, no, that's a sound alert. Yeah, no, the circus is gone. I'm sorry, everyone. I killed the circus. I think that right there, that like line of 3 pixels, is shut the fuck up! Shut up! Dude, shut up! You're ruining it! Shut the fuck up! Okay, good. Oh wait, no, that's a sound alert. Shh! Yeah, no, the circus is gone. I'm sorry, everyone. Shut the fuck up! Shut up! You're ruining it! I think that right there, that like line of 3 pixels, is shut the fuck up! Shut up! Dude, shut up! Dude, shut up! Your shushing is louder than the talking, asshole. Okay, good. Oh wait, no, that's a sound alert. Fucking shut up! Yeah, no, the circus is gone. I'm sorry, everyone. Shut the fuck up! Shut up! No, you shut up! You're ruining it. Quit bullying him. Shut! No, shut! Stop shushing people! Shut up! Dude, shut up! Dude, shut up! Your shushing is louder than the talking, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. What the fuck? Shut your fucking mouth. Fucking shut up! Shut the fuck up! Shut up! No, you shut up! You're ruining it. Quit bullying him. Shut! No, shut! Stop shushing people! Shut up! Dude, shut up! Dude, shut up! Your shushing is louder than the talking, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. What the fuck? Shut your fucking mouth. Fucking shut up! Shut up! No, you shut up! You're ruining it. Quit bullying him. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Dude, shut up! Your shushing is louder than the talking, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. What the fuck? Shut your fucking mouth. No, you shut up. You're ruining it. Quit bullying him. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wow, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. What the fuck? Shut your fucking mouth. Shut up. You're ruining it. Quit bullying him. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Oh, that's not what I was looking for. Damn it. Oh, that's not what I was looking for. Damn it. I've been forced to remember So much more than today. I've been forced to take to the grave everything I wanted to say. Mirrors caught in the middle. Mirrors unto ourselves. I've been forced to take to the grave everything I wanted to say. Is this how Elster felt? Mirrors caught in the middle. Mirrors unto ourselves. I've been forced to remember. All right, we'll just chill. We're gonna chill and watch a nice music. Nope, circus time has ended. Little did you know the real circus was me doing that crazy shit. That was so fun. I'm glad I did that. That sucks. No, some things just need merch. Some things just need merch so bad. It's crazy. Well, the journey to the south continues. Let's get back to Morrowind. I wanted to do an 8-hour stream tonight. I honestly don't see why I can't. I just need to get some coffee in me. Yeah, there's not enough. I agree. Hey, dude. You know what was going on in there, right? That was a fucking Daedra tomb. That shit was crazy. Anyway, back to adventuring across the land. What the fuck are you? You're new. Hello. Can you guys see the game? Just want to make sure. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Good. Good. Yeah. What are you? A winged fury? Well, you're about to die soon, so we'll find out what you are, I guess. You dropped Void Salt's Winged Twilight. I was wrong about that. Hold on. What we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and grab a restoration spell. And we'll grab Belina's Soothing Balm. And we'll just spam that as we walk. Which should put us where we need to be, healing-wise. Oh, nice. I should see if they have any thing on Amazon. Be it fan-made or otherwise. Hello. Oh, it's a Guar. Sorry, Mr. Guar. We're gonna go ahead and dispose of your corpse. Then we have an Aelid over here. And he gave me... Oh, he poisoned me. Okay. Okay. I forgot this entire stretch of road is just shit. Like, it's super hostile. And, like, full of enemies, but also, like, confusing. Hello. He did. He did. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some headache medicine and some coffee, and then, yeah, maybe something to eat too. I'm pretty hungry. Oh, there's Caldera. What did I aggro? Hello? Oh, hello. Oh, hello, Criff. Hello, Criff Racer? Hold on a sec. Damn it. Ow. Ow. You know, I'm just gonna kite you back to town and let the guards handle you. Quickest way to level athletics, or acrobatics, by the way. Oh, there's two of you. Yep, so my armor skill's going up. My heavy armor specifically because of the shield. Sad thing is, this shield I won't really be able to use it after after I unequip the dagger and switch back to my fists, because I do plan on having the fists be my main weapon. I really want to get some Daedra daggers, or Daedra gauntlets. Like, that right there is my end game weapon. Those, and then I'm going to enchant the shit out of them and make them do powerful on-hit effects. Which reminds me, I need to find out where the fuck I can get Daedric gauntlets, because I need them. I'm sure there's enemies I can farm to get them. But yeah, I'm currently like making good progress on the game in terms of power. Alrighty. He said, oh yeah, the Unites have kitty paws. Aw, they do. Yeah, then in that case I might wrap it up a bit early. And again, I need to be up late enough for the late night crowd to get in here. I guess I'm just basically waiting for Vea to show up. If she doesn't, I'll go ahead and just keep doing my thing. And I think if she doesn't show up this time, I'm probably going to stop trying to... I mean, I don't know. It's frustrating, you know, when you're trying to get things together with friends, but you give them enough... you can only give them so many chances before you just gotta move on. And Vea's been giving me the runaround all day, so... Not gonna lie, I'm kind of frustrated, because, like, yeah, anyway, let's just grab my Creshweed. That's personal shit I don't need to bring up. Alright, let's brew some potions. So we got Restore Intelligence on this one. Hell yeah. And so we'll just restore int. Nope. I think Invisibility was the other one I had. Invis? No. What is the other thing it can do? And then finally Drain Endurance. That'll be a poison, so we'll worry about you later. Chokeweed, Restore Fatigue. Nope. Cure Common Disease, I guess? That'd be actually really useful. Cure C? Yo, Cure Common Disease, hell yeah, please don't. Damn it! I needed that. Restore Magicka. Hell yeah, Restore M. Void Salts, perfect. Bam. Fortify Endurance and Restore Personality. I think Fortifying Endurance come more in handy for buffing me up. Fortify E. Nope. Restore P. Nope. Alright, then the rest of that'll be a poison ingredient then. Kakudi Hide, Fortify Speed and Resist Common Disease. Let's do Fortify Speed. Fortify SP, no. Alright. Okay, honestly though, you paint minis. I do, yes. I would love to be able to paint up little low poly models of the cast of Signalis. That'd be great. Levitate. Come on, let's get some levitation. Yes! Trauma Root. Hell yeah. Levitate. Badass. Cure Poison. Ooh, I totally could, right? P.O. Alright, Rubrush and then Scathecraw. Oh. Makes the drain health, huh? I guess what we could do here is make one with the Rubrush, and then one with the Scathecraw. That'll be the way to go. Alright, cool. And then Scales, we got Water Walking and Restore Endurance. Let's try Restore E, because I need that more than I need Water Walking, because Water Walking is a... Yep. Alright, that's all you can do. Cool. Scales, and then Scathecraw, and then Stoneflower Petals restore strength. Nope. Fortify M. Nope. Alright, cool. We're just gonna go ahead and back out of that then. And now we'll go make poisons. Honestly, this is one of my favorite ways. Like, I would love to like do a video about how I modded this game and specifically like what I kept in mind. Oh, that's a good idea. I think I might do that, TJ. But my idea of like how I mod the game and how I specifically what kind of mods I specifically avoid but also use. Drain health. We got drain endurance, drain. Oh, drain endurance could be really useful. Do we have any other drain endurance? Drain willpower, personality. Let's grab the bitter greens and see if we have any more drain endurances. Drain E. Nope. All right. Okay, we got drain luck, drain fatigue. Oh, drain fatigue. That's Guar hide and Kagudi hide, and anything else that has drain fatigue on it. Drain health, drain luck. Hey, that's fine with me. Let's create some drain fatigue potions. All right, drain luck. Any more drain lucks? Okay, we got drain endurance, drain. Yeah, we got 2 drain lucks here, so we'll grab that, and then we'll grab the stoneflower petals. Making people really unlucky whenever I poke them. Drain strength, drain health. Let's drain fatigue, drain willpower. Let's see if there's any more drain willpower. Because like you have the ingredients you can see, and then you have the ones you can't. So drain willpower, nope. All right, that's good for now. I think we're good on. Yeah, we're good on ingredients here. All right, let's go ahead and make our way back into town. I have loaded up on ingredients here. So many stone flowers. I do need to make my way back to Balmora, though, and offload some things. Raising my strength should also be a thing I should try and do, because, oof, not being able to carry what I want to carry is a pain in the ass. Maybe I'll look into, like, a backpack mod or something. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that's a really good idea, TJ.
You've been wounded, friend. You should find a healer.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? Why am I'm getting pretty close to Balmora. Like, I can probably just run this the rest of the way and not have to worry about it, but, yeah, I'll have to be more careful next time I use Divine Realm CV Intervention. Alright, let's head over here and deal with these guys real quick. I'm gonna try and increase my short blade skill. And then we'll grab the Soothing Balm. We'll try and use Hearth Heal during combat, because it's more useful. Also, I'm taking more hits because of my low heavy armor skill. Alright, we need to deal with him quick before he kills us. Alright, he might just kill us. Alright, well I have the Black Heart Blight now. Die, 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 die. Oh my god. Okay, let's... I got rid of my stamina restoring shield. God damn it. Wow, why did these 2 fucking Aelid give me so much trouble? Ah, shit. I was trying to restore my strength, but when was my last save? Good lord. What's a good build for Baldur's Gate 1? I got you. So what you want to do with? First thing you want to do. You know what? Fuck it. Let's have a little tutorial. Because this is the kind of thing I care about asking. Vumi, stick around. I got a video. I got a video just for you. Where's Baldur's Gate though? There it is. Boop, boop. I'm gonna fucking stream this shit. Please enjoy Baldur's Gate with Morrowind music. Don't you go nowhere. Here we are, running 2 games at once. That's smart. Let's go. Alright, single player, new game. So first thing you want to do is pre-gen. Set your gender. Your gender doesn't really matter. I'm just going to remake my character Verde Thunderborn. What I like to do here with these portraits is I like to pick a portrait I like that like inspires me and then build a character around it. So this is Verde's. She is a half-orc. Yep, her class is a fighter cleric, which is what I had recommended as my beginner build. I recommend the fighter cleric. Now, alignment, I like to go on the more good side. This basically just decides how quickly you're going to get in trouble. She's neutral good. Abilities. So this is the tough one. You want to try to get your score around 90. So here's a fun game. So what we do here is we store, and then we reroll, store, reroll, store, reroll, and we basically just roll until we get the highest number possible. So our highest is 86 right now. So you keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. 85. 86 may be the highest we can get. That's okay. All right, so we have 86 here. Now you want to allocate these accordingly. For this one, I would recommend just Googling the stat priority. But I would drain everything to about a 10 so that you have enough points to play with. And you can make a pretty fucking beefy character with 18 points. So, I believe and don't quote me on this one. I believe with 26. I believe for a cleric, you want to go bump that bitch strength as high as you can go for a fighter cleric, assuming you're going to be using strength weapons. If you're going to be using finesse weapons like short swords and shit, use dexterity. But for this one, you want your strength as high as it can go, your con as high as it will go, charisma as high as it'll go. I would say like constitution is, put that at around 16, and then wisdom should be pretty high as well. And what you want to do is focus on even numbers. Even numbers will give you the stat boost. Odd numbers will not. So, yeah, your stat priority for cleric goes strength, constitution, wisdom, and charisma. When you're done, hit done. Skills. Now for me, with her, I like to favor Warhammer, making her really good at one weapon at the start of the game and giving her the sword and shield style, meaning she's really good at defending herself. You can also put a point into sling if you want to have a ranged weapon option, but I like to go sword and shield. Hit done. And then from here you can do different abilities. Some good ones are, from what I remember, are Cure Light Wounds, that's a free heal, and Armor of Faith. Bless is also good if you want to bless your other party members, but this is an instant self-cast, so you can save time by targeting. And then from here, we can go ahead and make our appearance. I'm not going to worry about it none. I'll just make her skin, or make her hair the right color. Give her the right hair and skin tone. It's a bit too green, I think. Yeah, that's about right. Now the problem is there's not really any good voices in the game for my character, but yeah, here we go. And then we have Verde. All right, so from here you would click export. And then you would name your file name. So we would do Verde alternate. Boom. Done. And so now when you do new game, you can go ahead and just import your character that you already made. So when you start a new playthrough from the very, very beginning, if you need to, you can just bring her in. So the newest one will usually be at the very bottom. Here we are. Verde fighter cleric neutral good. Boom. And now we have her. Now we can just tweak her appearance. Once that's done, we can just go ahead and name her, done, and then boom, we can get right into the game. I would recommend playing on normal. Core rules is always an option, Normal will go just fine, and then we venture forth. And there you go. That's how you start Baldur's Gate. Alrighty, I hope that helped. You definitely should, TJ. That'd be really fun. Alright, back to it, friends. We're heading south. We just got out of Caldera. Maybe this time I won't arrogantly try to fight the two Aelits, or at least if I do, hold on, resist poison. Here we are. And then resist normal weapons. Do I have enough magic? I do not. Magi. We're gonna go ahead and restore some magicka. There we go. Resist normal weapons, cast that on ourselves, and then we can fuck them up. We do need to actually restore fatigue here. Actually, can I apply this to my weapon? Oh. I gotta remember how to do that. Quality restore fatigue. There we go. Yeah, that's a good idea, man. A resin printer would be awesome. Alright, you're deaded. Dispose of corpse, caps lock, turn that off, turn that on, quick save, go. And then we'll go ahead and switch over to Belina Soothing Balm, and we'll just spam that as we walk. So the thing is, every time you cast or act, you have a chance of leveling whatever skill you're using. So what you want to do is, rather than using your best spell, you want to use your cheapest spell. And spam it as many times as you can to guarantee that you get as many chances to level up in that skill as possible. Same method as Daggerfall, apparently. Did not know that, personally. Oh, a Nyxhound! Also, why is my... Okay, yeah, my Ebony Blade is not doing as much damage as I thought it should be. 617. Huh. I should have looked at the, I should have looked a bit closer at the stats for my Dwarven Dagger, because I think I might have actually downgraded myself. And this is Stoneflowers, okay. Raisin Printer. Sorry, Scrib. Need your jelly. Sorry, Palma Forager. I need your scuttle. Alright, what was I gonna say? I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, we'll probably go to the 4-hour mark, and then I'll just go to bed after this, because... nothing pisses me off more than when people cancel on plans, or, like, are unclear about them. Oh, that Elster figure is really cute. What a shame. Hey boys, some of me and the other goons were thinking, how about a pay raise? Hop. I'll probably kill this, Scrib here. Oh, look at that, where the two textures meet. That's funny. Alright, hey Scrib. Sorry, buddy, I need, Oh, it's a blighted Scrib. Oh, you're tough. No, he's not. Yep. Remember when I just one-shotted him with my dagger? I think the Ebony Dagger's a downgrade. I didn't know. I should have looked a bit closer. Why does it keep saying that? Just gather the item, fucker. Alright, I'm gonna head to my bedroom in the Mages Guild, get some rest, drop off some things, and then I'm gonna head over to the Fighters Guild to turn in the quest and get paid.
Hail, friend. My finest magics are at your disposal.
Oh, ain't that nice. Let's go ahead and go to bed. Rest until we're fully healed. I'll go ahead and drop off any extra books or anything we don't need here. So we have some things we can sell and buy and repair. I want to drop off Divine Metaphysics. I don't need it right now. I've already read it. And then let's go ahead and head over to the Fighters Guild, get paid, and then we can use that money to repair our gear. Anything new in the chest? Nope. All right. Brazen Printer. Let's head over to the Fighters Guild.
How may I help you,
Greetings,
Khajiit?
Khajiit. What can I do for you?
That's how I like it. Bold and direct. Come. I like you.
Thank you, Adis. Well,
do you have more information on the Telvanni agents?
I do.
I need to know. You got all 4?
Hell yeah.
Good. That'll make some people at Caldera Mining Company very happy. And here's 400 septims. The Caldera Mining Company pays well. And when you're ready for more orders, let me know.
All right, will do. Orders.
I need someone to return a codebook that belongs to our client.
Codebook?
The codebook our client wants is in the hands of Sotilda at the South Wall in Balmora. Find that codebook and bring it back to me.
So this is where it's going to get tricky, because this is when we got to join the Thieves Guild.
She's Thieves Guild. I take full responsibility. And listen, I'm Guild Steward. When I say jump, you ask, how high? Keep that in mind, and we won't have any problems.
That's fair, Adis. Well, I'm going to head over there and get that codebook, but
How may I help you, Khajiit?
before I do, I need to sign up for the Thieves Guild and get in there. And also get the codebook without getting caught. Right, so now we can head over here. I actually want to repair my shit first. 6 uses on this hammer. Let's go ahead and get that done. I guess the rule is that the higher quality the item is, the more difficult it is to repair. But yeah, we went ahead and used up all of our hammers, so we're going to go buy some more repair hammers from this guy. We could just have him repair, but the hammers give us skill increases, so... I'll buy 10. How about that? 208. Damn. How much gold do I got? 800. All right. Let's see if I can get. Let's see if I can squeeze them and get down to 200. How about that? Damn it. 201. Perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and repair our shit. We're a little bit overweight right now, but we should be using up a good chunk of these hammers because my skill's so terrible. All right. And then we can go ahead and just get out of here now that we've repaired everything. Just want to make sure. Good. Okay. All right. Before we do, let's go ahead and equip our hat. Give me your hat. And then we have all these enchanted items we can sell. Oh, Amulet of Album CV, Amulet of Frost, Amulet of Shadows, Slow Falling. I like the shadows. That'd be useful. And the Ring of Wizard's Fire is probably the only one we're going to sell. Chameleon and... Oh, Chameleon 80, Chameleon 40 to 70. Okay, I'd probably go with the Amulet of Shadows then instead of the Shadow Mask Ring. Anyway, we can't get out of here. Let's go ahead and cast Feather. And then we can drop off our hammers. The goons of the Diamond Dogs, the Diamond Goons, the Garnet Goons. Goon has a different connotation nowadays, but I prefer to still think of it as silly little guys. I probably can't move. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just cast Feather again and move over to the Mages Guild. God, I love the use of spells in these old computer games because, like, nowadays most of the time you use magic in games, it's to just do damage, right? But like being able to use magic to do things like making yourself lighter or fly, that's just super cool to me. Always has been. Alright, cool. There's my hammers. Now I got room to move. Let's head over to the merchant next door and sell our wares. Gooner. I'm a real goon through and through. No, not Goonerton.
Ravir knows why you are here.
Ravir knows why you are here. You want to buy Ravir's famous Daedric weapons.
Nope. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and sell the Shadow Mask Ring. keep the Amulet of Shadows. We're going to sell the Ring of Wizard's Fire, the Amulet of Frost, and there we go. Okay. And then we can sell the negative potions here. The poisons. Damn, these potions sold for a lot. Good lord. There we go. Goodbye. And then we'll wait 24 hours and just sell them the limeware platter again and get another 600.
Ravir knows why you are here. You want to buy Ravir's famous Daedric weapons.
Pretty cool trick, huh? 330. And, yeah, I think that's all I'm going to sell them. Everything else we'll go ahead and hold on to. Here we go. Magic and older RPGs tend to have more versatility than just combat, it seems. Right? Isn't it awesome? I love that shit. Alright, goodbye, Ravir. And if we look here, I got a lot of money! Woohoo! Loads of money! Alright. Next stop, we gotta head to the South Wall Corner Club, and we gotta have a talk with the people there and see if we can work out a deal. There's always a deal to be made, right? South Wall Corner Club. Hop, hop, hop. Hop. Is the code book attached to the Thieves Guild? Or am I just crazy? I gotta go talk to let's say, hey Satilde. How's it going? I'm looking for a code book.
Okay, friend. You know about the code book. I don't want any trouble with you, so just take it. Just don't tell anyone I gave it to you.
Sure thing, friend. Well, that worked out pretty well, I think. Let's go and give it a read. Okay, it's all ciphers. Got it. That's good to hear. Yeah, he didn't consult you for your expertise. That's kind of a bummer, but you gotta let people do their own thing. Sometimes you gotta let people fail on their own, you know. That's how we learn. We learn through failure. Why am I at the Mages Guild? Force of habit, you know? Alright, let's head over to the Fighters Guild. God, my head is killing me. My head is not doing well.
How may I help you, Khajiit?
How meow I help you?
That's how I like it. Have you recovered that code book yet? I've been waiting too long for it.
Here you go.
I'm glad to see that code book. Hand it over and I'll get your payment.
Here you go.
Here's your 50 septims.
50?
The guild needs more like you. Obedient and efficient. If you want more orders, just ask.
Please.
Helvian owes one of our clients 200 septims. Deliver Desele's debt money to me. Helvian Desele runs a corner club in Suran. She owes Manos Othreleth, one of our clients, 200 septims. Bring this money to me and I'll let you keep half of it.
I see. Well, I'll get 100 out of it. That's not bad. Cool. That's cool to hear, TJ. That's really cool. So I need to get to Suran. Where the fuck is Suran in relation to... You know what? Let's have some fun. Be right back. Everyone's like, oh boy, we finally get to have some fun. I was so bored. I got my handy dandy paper map of Vvardenfell, and we're gonna go ahead and flip it open and take a look. Let's see. Okay. So we are down here in Balmora. We're looking for Suron. Suron? Okay. Looks like we want to follow the road down to Sedanine and then head east from there. Looks good. Suron? Yeah, a paper map. Came with my, I bought the Elder Scrolls Legendary Edition, and it came with a paper map. Fields of Kumu, Balur, Suron. Suron? Nice. That's good to hear, TJ. Bigger printing size is always good. Now you can print bigger minis. Suron? Or else there any life size? Oh, that's creepy. I don't like that. Can only rest on solid ground. Well, shit. I gotta find a spot to rest so I can heal up my stamina and magic. Movement, new players tips for Morrowind, just run until you run out of stamina and then rest. Make sure you quick save often, and if you get into an encounter and you're not ready to fight, go ahead and load your quick save and then run into them again. 1-to-1 scale. That's creepy. I don't know, man. Something about that just rubs me the wrong way. Like, it'd be like buying a mannequin and dressing it up like Miku. It's just like something about it's just, yeah. She's short. Yeah, she's small. Small Miku house. Man, VTubers kind of just, it feels like VTubers kind of just came and went, huh? Like, I don't know, I was just thinking about that. Like, I thought they were going to be the new wave. I thought, like, all the biggest VTubers were going to, or all the biggest streamers were going to be VTubers. And they were for, like, a minute, but... No, it's just, it's funny to me how, like, we went from, like, you know, the old streamers to VTubers who were, like, had this squeaky clean image and then just belligerent assholes. And it's like, oh, okay, that's the new kind of streamers we have. The big streamers are all just assholes, you know? And it's like, wow, okay. I was hoping we could have stuck with the cute Japanese girls, but no, we just switched to assholes. It's like making a Michelangelo statue, yeah. Well, guys, my head's fucking killing me. I think we've done a pretty good job tonight. The game crashed and I don't want to have to boot it back up. Thank you all for being here, and I had a wonderful time with you. If you enjoyed the stream and you're new here, be sure to follow. If you want to see more from me, or if you just want to hang out, check out the Discord link down below, or via the one I'm currently posting in chat. If you want to support the stream, help it grow, and help us achieve our future goals, be sure to subscribe. Subscribers get access to the special subscriber channel. They get to join me in voice chat throughout the day, as well as many other benefits. Thank you all for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Yes, the exception was not easy on me. I'm more just sad. I was expecting to get a call from a friend by now. Anyways, guys, I will talk to you later. I'll see you all on, I think, what are we playing on Monday? Let's take a look. On Monday, I believe we are playing... Hold up, I gotta make sure it's Mr. Alex and not School of the Cat. Yep. I can't wait to change that back. Yeah, on Monday, I believe we are playing... I think we're starting a Kirby game on Monday. Yes, we are. We are playing Kirby's Dream Land